What about you, Rob? Welcome in. Yo, big up 1420. Subscribe for 8 months. I can't thank you enough. Yo, big ups to Bremen, the little house cat. this party started right now. If you're in the chat right now, let me hear you scream one time. It's the Conor.G Show.
You rent or buy a video, you need to know that the film you choose is suitable for the audience at home. To help you understand what the film is like, you may look at the certificate it has been given. This film has been classified a P.G. This stands for potential gratification. Films with violence, sex, and drugs may be too arousing for a teenager. It means that parents may wish to check the film before showing it to their children. If it's an action film, it might contain bloody violence. If it's romantic, it might have some sexy scenes or very brief nudity and or sexual swearing. Video certificates are there to give you a chance to make the right choice. Thanks for listening.
A baby was born with perfect hair. His name was Connor and he didn't even care. When he looked in the mirror said I. Then he said, what? Is it I? Nah. Is it I? So I've got to go. Press the button and start the show. Give me 2 secs while I blow my nose, clear my throat and pick my hole. You're now tuned into the ConorGShow Show. Aloha and welcome to the Conor.G Show. I am your host, and this is the Conor.G Show. I have returned from my holiday to Vegas and Hawaii. Who would like a crisp? Sorry, a fry. Anyone? Anyone? I've been to Vegas, so I eat and drink things like this now. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is the Conor.G Show. Chicken grease, man. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Come one, come all. We're having a ball. It's the Conor.G Show. What a pleasure it is to have you all here this evening. Everybody's been going crazy in my absence, but I'm back now, and let's tell you all the crazy shit you've all missed. Sorry for the bad language. This is a PG stream. This song is Up From the South, just like me, the Budos Band. All right, here's what we have for you tonight. We have some art at the start, then Skripteh was in a car crash. He bashed himself up. He tore himself all to shreds. So we're going to be checking in with him. Then we have some bird content. Yes, bird content. Then we have the famous and glorious Dirty Dinners, starring Dash Burger, Big Dean Jelly Protien Wisener, and some more animal content. Then the big news. Marcus O'Leary has joined Lovin Dublin. When two terrible things combine forces, that's going to make for some good entertainment on this program. Then we have They Let Me Book Electric Picnic. Then we have Jed Moves Out. So Jed and Geady in the panty is no more. It's the end of an era. So we're just going to have to grin and bear it and see what the future brings. Then we have responses. We got two little comments from people on a couple of my videos. Just going to read them out quickly. Then the big news. Marcus Sweeney, the Celtic Tiger billionaire bad boy, has responded to the Conor.G show. So we will be getting into what he had to say to me, what he thinks about me, and what he thinks of my show. And to finish up tonight, we have Chad Rooney responds. Chad Rooney has been all up in my DMs, and we have a brand new song from Chad Rooney. All right. If that doesn't sound like a whole heap of fun, then I don't know what does. What a pleasure it is to see all of you here tonight. Welcome in. We've got 1420 subscriber for 8 months. Our friend Rob here subscribed for 13 months. Ducky Mia, of course, she just resubscribed with Prime for free, absolutely free here on Twitch, because Amazon owns Twitch. You get a free subscription, take that out of your pocket, puts it in mine. She's subscribing for, how long did it say there? I missed that. 11 months. The big contributors to this program, Ducky Mia and Rob, and the other guys, of course, in the chat. But these two in particular, they have tonight provided me with some very good content in the form of art and other things. So these are big contributors. This Ducky Mia sends me all sorts of shit day and night. And we select the best things for the Conor.G show. So, and big shout outs to everyone else who sends me stuff. I'm sure you would let me know if you want credited for it. You know what I mean? Some people are funny about you saying, oh, they sent me this, they sent me that. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They want me to do it for them. Well, that's all right in some circumstances, right? So let's see what the chat are saying. Everybody, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We've got Rare Witch. We've got Raw 1210 as well. Disgrace of the Waking Android. Congratulations on your big wedding. Of course, I was the officiant of their wedding. I got a tan, did I? Good. Thank goodness. I was only out in the sun like twice. See this Vegas weather? It's like stepping into an oven. It's so hot. I don't know how anything can live there. And you go outside and it's like baking hot sun. You can barely breathe. And I'm used to hot weather, you know. But none of the plants outside are real. They're all plastic because you can't keep them alive. So it's like a real weird fairy tale playground of a place. That makes it sound fun. It's not that fun. I'm sure you could have fun here and there, but you know, it's more freakish than it is fun. The best way I could describe it is two ways. Physically, it's like the inside of a cinema lobby. It's just that, except miles of it. Miles and miles and miles. And the other way I would describe it is it's somewhere where it's completely fine to be heavily intoxicated everywhere you go all day and all night. People don't judge you for having blazing red eyes and slurring your speech. They encourage it, in fact. So that was my little story with Vegas. Those of you subscribed to the Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/ConorGillespie, the members signed up there. Thank you so much for the people that support me. That's probably the best way, monetarily. Otherwise, just, you know, do clips of the show, send them to me. Tell a friend about the Conor.G show. So people that sign up for that Ko-fi membership would have seen 2 little vlogs, 2 of a few more. I've got a few more. I have to edit my footage from Las Vegas. I did a few little vlogs, right? Tried to, you know, people are looking at you. But I had a duty. I was off for 2 weeks here. Hello, welcoming everybody. I was off for 2 weeks, but now I'm back. All right? And some of you that signed up for that will see my little vlogs, okay? It was a tour of Vegas and Hawaii. 2 different places in Hawaii, Kauai and Honolulu. Right, one of them's an island, one of them's a city. Got this beautiful shirt, got this thing as well. Okay. What's the verdict on travel vlogging? Is it harder than it looks? Well, I was just using my phone. I hadn't gone full Morrissey. Plenty of Harold Balder and Paul Morrissey references throughout those coming vlogs. Okay, I've released 2 already. I got much more to come. We got Hawaii. We got Vegas again. I went to Vegas 2 sides of Hawaii. Right? Wonderful holiday. That's enough about the holiday. I'll bring something up if I remember something. There is more about the holiday. We got some video. We got some stuff like that for you, right? So yeah, we were bigging up Ducky Meow here, top contributor to the Conor.G show. So last week, or 2 weeks ago, before I went on holiday, she did a couple of pieces of artwork, all right? Our resident artist is usually Rob here. Ducky Meow was getting her hands busy in her little drawing pad during the last show. And you can do this as well digitally. Let me see if we've got any new ones here on the blackboard. Pending 0. All right. So on my Twitch page here, you can go to this blackboard panel or whatever and do a little drawing. If you remember this here. From RMS Art there. It's this one, right? Check out 1420 SoundCloud. You can do little things like this here. So just go to scroll down on the page you're watching, and then you can do one of those hangs. But she did some real life ones. We haven't had any Conor.G show related to Dalafara Dongs. I must put together a little gallery slideshow of all those that Rob has done for us throughout the years of all the Conor.G show characters. But let's see. Let me find this Ducky art folder. Okay. So let's see what we have here. This would be JKO, I believe. We had a lot of haircut content. Look, there's me in the background there. We had a lot of haircut content last week. One of the haircuts that features was JKO. This is a very handsome rendition of JKO here. Now, does he have the famous Mona Lisa smile? His lips don't have perfect symmetry, so this would suggest... Let me see if I have the original reference image here. JKO haircut. Let's see if we got a haircut folder. Haircut content. See, we got folders from all the shows, so we should be able to, in theory, just go with last week's folder. Here it is here. So there you go. There's the original. There is Ducky Meow's here. Let's see. Ducky Meow says, it doesn't work on phone, so that's why I used paper. Lol. Okay. So there are many options to get involved with the Conor.G show. So there's this beautiful Mona Lisa smile that he has there. Nice haircut. All right. Lots and lots of haircut content last week. Top tier haircut content. Let's see what else she's done here. Here's a Paul Morrissey one. Right, you remember that famous image of Paul Morrissey last week? There's another view of that one. What else do we have here? Oh, who was this supposed to be? Was this... Oh, this was Marcus, I believe. I did one of Marcus. I'll show you that later, because we do have Marcus content coming up later. Very good, says RMS Art. He's the resident artist here. And then this one, is this Coo Hullen by any chance? Looks like Coo Hullen a little bit. How's my audio and video, or how's my audio tonight? Is everything good? Is everything good with the audio? Okay, so those were the Ducky Mia art renderings from the last show. If you want to do one of these, you can do it on that little blackboard feature, or just draw like this here. Send them to me on Instagram at ConorGShow or something like that. Well done. Thank you so much for that, Ducky Mia. One of the producers of the Conor.G show. Right? Don't clip that, otherwise she'll use it in court against me a few years down the line. The P Mazza one took the least amount of time and was the best. Cool looks like horror. Alright. Right, so speaking of horror, per Skripteh come off his bike. So let's see what he had to say here. Let's get Skripteh's song on. His smash hit anthem, Nike Tech, featuring Luke Fly. First track on the Conor.G show mixtape. Love this wee song.
Yo.
Skripteh!
Yeah, 2023.
Sat on the beach overseas, no still get the ball rolling where I'm from. Sipping on cocktails, rolling up 1.1 when the boys stay busy where I'm from. They ain't really what they really said it on. Anytime, any weather, I get busy where I'm from. They ain't really what they really said it on. Anytime, any weather, I get busy where I'm from.
So that is Skripteh's Nike Tech featuring Luke Fly. What an absolute banger. Absolutely love that song. And the poor fella has only gone and come off his bike here. Listen to this. You can't hear that? But a devastating blow to the Conor.G show's flow.
Sat on the beach overseas and I still get the ball rolling where I'm from. I was sipping on cocktails, rolling up 1.1 when the boys stay busy where I'm from. They ain't really what they really said it on. Anytime, any weather, I get busy where I'm from.
I don't think there was. I don't know if there actually was any audio on this to begin with. I think he posted this without audio. Perhaps, if my memory serves me correctly.
They ain't really what they really said it on. Anytime, any weather, I get busy where I'm from. Say she love me and I take track soon.
Right, so here's a gore warning here. Check this out. He scrubbed himself up. He's covered in blood. Let's see. He sounds a bit like that Majin fella on the track. I disagree wholeheartedly. Disgrace. Look, he's battered himself all up. There he is with his top off, and he's cracked his hip. He's cracked his elbow. So, here's what he had to say about the matter.
Fucking, yeah, what's happening, boys? Fucking, appreciate everyone checking in, all the messages, all the comments, all that. Fucking,
Skripteh, says Lee. Welcome in, Lee.
yeah, I'll be good, boys. Already feeling a bit better.
So, hopefully, they've got him on some strong painkillers here. He's got a wee blocked nose.
Appreciate all the love, boys. I can't even comment back to all the comments that I'm getting and all the love, but I appreciate everyone. Fucking, I'm good now, anyways. Back in better soon. New music dropping as well.
He said back in bars soon. So, that was Skripteh.
Roma, baby, I just smoked a fat one. That's me cologne, it's a scent of a stoner. It's been about me door like Homer. Every time I flow, no fear for opponents. They look over my shoulder daily. Thought to the past when I'm living in the moment.
What a plum, says Rod1210. Hello, good sir, says LDG. Welcome in, LDG. So, check it out. Let's see what his little caption says here before we rush on ahead. Let's see. All you boys on bikes, just remember, take it easy. Come off my scrambler at least 80 kilometers an hour. Lucky I just got a broken wrist and fractured elbow. Imagine how sore that is. And a few cuts. I laid there for a second and I thought I was going to die, fading in and out. Luckily, I had someone looking over me and he came out alive. Is that God? It ain't worth it, boys. So he was on a scrambler. So in my mind, I just imagined like a quad. But there you go. So do you remember when we first got to know Skripteh? He was he posted a video and he was screaming and shouting about his wee brother getting nicked or something. And I was going, we all had a great laugh at that. And I think he may have seen it because he took it down. He took it down shortly after he saw my reaction to him. to his other wee song, which wasn't as good as this one.
I
really like this song. This is a banger here. You've got Skripteh, well done. But you know, when I saw this, I was like, what are you posting this here for? You know what I mean? It's like, I always like, you know, get annoyed at people or think they can do better whenever they just use social media as a diary, right? But and I thought about it a bit more, and I thought, no, I'm the one that gets most entertainment out of all these, and especially Skripteh. So he has, you know, he's had a few live antics here on Instagram, which we've really enjoyed. So I think maybe I gotta be a little less harsh on people who use social media as a diary, because I find it very entertaining, and I don't want to discourage people from doing posts like this. So what's a way we can all laugh and get on with it without alerting them? Well, that would be just to not clip it, but, you know, depends what ends up coming out of me, right? It's a nice little garage beat, to be fair, says Raw1210. And he knows nothing about garage, actually. He said that. Falling off a scrambler is popular chav pastime, to be honest. That's how you know he's real.
Doing this my whole life, boy, and a joke, or why you got be so serious. I really see shit that you struggle to believe in. Me life's like a TV series. I've been sipping on this Henny, someone passed me the ball. Really can't see too clearly.
Skripteh. All right, everybody, welcome in. This is the Conor.G Show. We have no time to waste tonight. We're already half an hour deep. I regret to have started up with such pain and suffering of young Skripteh. But I believe, you know, when things happen like that, it's like news, right? Let's get this news flash out first. But I think, oh, let's see, Rob says, it reminds me of the Egypts on Greece uncovered 20 years ago. Well, he does spend a lot of time abroad, doesn't our Skripteh? Because you're allowed to smoke weed abroad. Cannabis cafes and such. Weed is legal in Vegas. Did you know this? Weed is completely legal in Vegas. I tried weed in Las Vegas. It was like Fear and Loathing. I was tripping out. No. Oh, so, those of you signed up for the Ko-fi to see those behind the scenes vlogs will see me doing weed. Can you imagine this? It was completely legal. It was in Las Vegas. It's legal. You can go into a shop and buy it. A fancy shop with merch and stuff. Although I wasn't allowed in because I didn't have my passport. So I still had to have someone else go in and buy it for me. Like a kid outside the office. But with weed. G, and the G stands for grass. Conor.G. Yes, thank you, Lee. Hugs, not drugs, says Rob. All right. Speaking of my holiday. No, not yet. We need to get into this bird content. I wish I had my old loon sound effect there. Who likes animal content? Hands up. Because one of our... not the most popular animal contentist. But maybe our second most popular. Excuse me. His name would be Jay Suttin. Do you remember he lives in this van, so he's always out in nature, getting caught up with them and getting caught up with the animals. And last time he had a little, he got a little pet moth, believe it or not, a little white moth. He befriended. And it looks like he has made another friend here. There's a parrot. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. Parrot. I don't know. Please don't get me muted, Jay. Look at this little thing running around on his roof. Wanting in. Trying to make a friend. So, does anybody know any updates on this bird? Did he just take it home with him, or did he find the owner, or was he at a zoo, or Does anybody have some knowledge on this? We need an update on this cockatiel's whereabouts. A cute little guy like this can't be running around the countryside by himself. I imagine Jay Sutton could just keep this bird in the van. Make friends with it. So there it is. It was looking into the van. So what sort of pet is a cockatiel? You know, I imagine the same sort of people that have caravans also own cockatiels. What do you think? Does nobody have an update on this? Well, you got personal friends of Jay Sutton in here. I was hoping they would be able to fill me in tonight. Here we go. He tried to catch it for ages with a random woman. Then I believe he rang someone about it. He's a pet tout. Right. Okay, so that's the only update we have. He called the RSPCB. I have a little bird content from my holiday. Let me show you this. So I have done a little, I guess you could call this chicken edit, okay? Ducky Meow says they had to leave it because they couldn't catch it. Oh no! This is terrible news for the bird community. So okay, so if we get any updates about that throughout this evening's show, let me know immediately. Highlight the message, please, okay? So when I was on holiday, I was in Hawaii, as you can tell from my attire. I was on an island called Kauai, right? No, I'm not pronouncing Hawaii wrong. It's an island of Hawaii called Kauai. Yes, the bird community. The wee bird was a wee dickhead, apparently, says Ducky Meow. No bird slander here, please. Welcome in, Galactian Cyclops. So, I was in Hawaii. I was in Kauai, and it was this, like, so it's a more remote island, right? And where I was staying, it was all resort, so it was like fancy American houses, right? I'm sure there were all timeshares. But, so that was the fancy side, and then the side that, you know, we were on was slightly less fancy. But, no, it was connected to a bigger resort, but we tried walking to the shop, and there were no footpaths, right? No street lights. And we go out for dinner, and then we get caught in a torrential downpour. Luckily, we had a little shelter. And then go to the shop, right? The only shop within God knows how far. A cheese costs $8, right? We start walking home. We leave the shop. It's pitch black outside. Can't see anything. We're walking down a muddy side of a road, right? We got home safely. But, you would think that these affluent areas would have a street light, a footpath. Anyway, what was he talking about? So in Kauai, since it's so remote and stuff, there are no predators, right? So chickens just run the roost. They run the area. They run around like pigeons and seagulls, right? And, you know, they often hold little chicken festivals outside your bedroom window at 3 a.m. right up until daybreak. And there's so many of them. There's hundreds of them outside your window at night. They're a real nuisance. And you can't feed them. You can't kill them. They're just allowed to do whatever they want. They're very cute and everything. So I took some footage of these chickens just roaming around the countryside. Everyone loves chickens, right? So what was the one fact I was told about these? That they are most likely pre-genetically modified. The most closest to the original version of the chicken, yada, yada, yada. Probably a lie, right? All right, so check it out. Here's some bird content. Here's a bird edit. You like bird edits? So this is on the side of the road in Kauai. This is in the neighborhood. There's houses all around this. Right, so that was the first one. This is like in a shopping mall type area with all hipster coffee shops and stuff. Surfboard shops. It's in the car park. So this island was stunning. One side of you had mountains, the other side you had the beach, the whole way around the island. So here you go. Here's more chickens. Outside the Taste of Asia food shop. Not worried at all, these things. There were cats around as well, but they seem to leave them alone. Like, cats aren't even predators here. The cats are told the rules early on, so they don't go killing them. Everywhere. So, seeing as they were outside this food van here, I think that might make this an episode of Dirty Dinners.
Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners. Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners. The food looks stinking, what were you thinking? Next time you ask permission when you wanna use the kitchen. The picture's bugging and your arteries are clogging. Nando's you were tagging, even though your food looks rotten. You're better doing nothing, and I'm not even laughing. Your photo of a burger looks like there was a murder. Fix your saturation, and next time you won't be raging.
That's what you're up against. You can't escape these damn birds over there. Anyway, we are now in Dirty Dinners.
You won't be raging.
Alright, so, what do we have here for Dirty Dinners?
Next time you ask permission when you wanna use the kitchen. Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners. Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners.
This was a drink that they had a drink in Hawaii called Aloha. This was stunning. I absolutely loved this. Only had a couple of cans, but I wish I brought some home. But you know, you can't bring liquid. Aloha made in Hawaii. Aloha made strawberry orange juice drink, strawberry puree, and orange juice from concentrate with other natural flavors. Woo! This was stunning. This was absolutely delicious. So we don't just slag things off here. I'm allowed to recommend stuff sometimes. All right. But just in case you're getting annoyed that I'm showing you something that I like for once, don't worry, this is Dirty Dinners. We have plenty more things to slag off coming right up.
Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners.
Welcome in. There's Kate the Pro. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm just back from a holiday in Hawaii. There were chickens all over this island, running around everywhere. I'm trying to think if I had any other amusing anecdotes from Kauai, but if I remember any, I'll pepper them in throughout the evening. This is Dirty Dinners.
Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners. How did you manage to make such a leaping sandwich?
So, speaking of leaping sandwiches, Dash Burger have come out with a black pudding burger. Now, some of you might be thinking this sounds nice, and I'll tell you the reason why it ain't, right? So, I like Dash Burger. I get it quite a lot. I might get it tomorrow. It is probably the best burger in Dublin. Okay, I get it, you know, plenty. Chips, not so good. So let's see what they say here. Dash Burger X Clonakilty. Our new special collaboration starts today at both locations. Black pudding smash. 2 aged beef patties, Clonakilty black pudding, American cheese pickles, smashed onions, spicy fig jam, smoked onion mayo, right? So the problem with Clonakilty black pudding is there are giant, crunchy lumps of oats throughout this black pudding. When you crunch into this, you know, I've almost lost a tooth many times. And, you know, Dash Burger's so good that adding something perilous while you're eating, I feel could turn me off the burger for life. You know? I once had a filling come out when I was eating risotto. Now I'm terrified to eat risotto. Your brain just puts those things together. So I can't recommend Dash Burger highly enough, but the black pudding with a burger, is that really a flavor you want to go for? I mean, put bacon in there, put a fried egg in there, turn it into a breakfast burger, but then you might have to swap the actual beef burger out for a sausage patty. Yeah, I know about sausage patties. I'm just back from Vegas, didn't you hear? So, no, this is a no from me. Absolutely not. And Clonakilty, Dash Burger, why are you doing these desperate collaborations? I'm sure these are both doing very well separately. Dash Burger has been doing promoting a lot of different sandwiches that never actually come into fruition. They had a chicken sandwich that they never did, and they had something else that they said they were going to do that they just didn't do. So I'm hoping they don't do this and save their own business, okay? Let's see. Rob says, it looks like the gun they clear out. It looks like the gunge they clear out of the air fryers, out of the fryers. Obsessed with air fryers now. Shout out to Galvatron. Do you eat the black pudding on a burger? That's what they're suggesting. Looks leaping. Now sausage patty is my language, says Z Christoph. Thanks for the follow there. Kate the Pro, every junglist gets a free sound effect. This is Dirty Dinners. Dash Burger, Clonakilty, not a good link up. Bad link up.
I saw that lettuce, but now I wish I hadn't. The tomato is all hanging out the side. The bread is looking mangled like as if something has died.
Right, now to something else here. We have some Dirty Dinners from Big Dean Jelly Protien Wisener. So check this out. This is some... Let's see. This is from Big Dean Wisener. Big ups, Big Dean, friend of the Conor.G show. He says, sugar-free protein jelly filled with blueberries, raspberries, cherries, and sliced lemon.
Your omelet's overdone. Your head is up your hole. I saw your Caesar salad trying to escape the bone. The picture's like you took it backwards with your feet. Underwater on a broken iPhone 3 with no screen.
What was that? Do you remember one of the very first episodes of The Simpsons, and Homer and the family go to the power plant party, and they all have they all have these jellies, and they all have stuff in them. And, you know, someone, is it Homer has a big, or Marge, someone has a terrible hallucination where everything's burning in hell. I can't remember what, I don't know what I should type in other than The Simpsons Jello. Does anybody know what I should type in for the episode? It's like one of the first episodes of The Simpsons. One of Us. Who remembers One of Us? Here we go. This classic app. See if the Jello features in this.
Homie, get in the car. This is where you belong. Yeah, Homer. Room for one more. One
of us. One of us. One of us. I think you've mixed a couple of episodes, says Google. Really? No, it's not, because look, Homer's wearing a little golf club thing here, and the episode that they are in, They are in, it's like Mr. Burns' mansion or a golf club or something. And they all have to bring Jello to the party, right? And then Marge gets drunk and embarrasses everyone. And, you know, Bart's doing his thing and Lisa's joining in. The joke is someone spread the rumor Mr. Burns likes jelly desserts. Thank you, Rob. Google, dude, what are you doing? You and Rob are always battling for the old man reference competition.
You got the reference?
Google Dude says, yeah, staff picnic. Someone said Mr. Burns loved Jello desserts. Mr. Burns loves Jello.
Afternoon, Mr. Burns.
Ah, hello there, Simpson, Homer.
There you go, sir.
Oh yes, oh, and this must be your lovely wife, Marge. Oh, and look at little, Elisa. Why, she's growing like a weed. And this must be, Brat.
Bart.
Don't correct the man, Brat. Oh, boss, look what we brought. Gelatin dessert.
Do, for the love of Peter. That's all anybody brought. Some damn fool went around telling everyone I love that slimy goop. Well, toss it in the pile over there. And make yourselves at home.
Hear that, Dad? You can lie around in your underwear and scratch yourself.
Now you listen to me. Trouble, Simpson?
Classic episode of The Simpsons. I haven't watched The Simpsons in so long. It just got so dreadfully bad, but this is a beautiful episode. I'm laughing my head off just watching this here. So, Big Dean Wisener's been making some Mr. Burns style Jello. But he has an excuse though. He is a muscle upping dude, right? Not like Paul Morrissey. Not like Paul Morrissey. Big Dean has integrity. So check this out. This is the reason why he is making protein jelly. Check it out. See if we got a song here. Alright, so go check out Big Dean Wisener if you want to watch a large man be healthy.
It makes me sad when I see the things I see. Like your not so chili cheesy fries, they look like World War III.
So I've got one more piece of animal content, and I think you are gonna find this adorable. This is my auntie's dog. My auntie's dog is called Brunhilde. Here she is in all her glory. You obviously want the sound effects, right? That ASMR, that dog ASMR. Also healthy, like Big Dean. Thanks for that subscription, Sarah. Big up yourself! She's like a wee lettuce spinner, says Dougie Mia. There you go!
Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners. Dirty, dirty dinners, these are dirty, dirty dinners.
And what would any episode of Dirty Dinners be without Marcus O'Leary? So if you don't know who Marquise O'Leary is, he is a influencer, man about town, chef, DJ, events manager. If you type his name into Google, it says musician? I believe that's true, by the way. And he has had a string of failed bars. And he has no stick-to-itiveness, is what we have learned about him. He has all the resources in the world, but he doesn't seem to have the gumption. Now, he does try. Oh, I want to give that to him. He does try. He does land sweet deals with places like Aldi, Marks and Spencer's. Those are the only two I can think of right now. But he's a man about town, right? And the last big announcement he did was he was now the events manager for a bar that he owned, that he already owned for ages and ages and ages. And that closed down, and Lesby rejoiced that day. I covered the whole thing here on the Conor.G Show. You can go check out the archive on youtube.com/@ConorG Show. Or for the episodes that aren't up on YouTube, you can check out kofi.com/ConorGillespie. So, Marcus has now moved on, right? He's done it all. DJ, barman, barista, sandwich artist, comedian, TV presenter. I mean, the list goes on. Pop some in the chat if pop some in the chat if you remember any that I left out. Okay, so we've been covering Marcus's antics for a long time here on the Conor.G Show. One of my favorite people to cover, and he has got a brand new job. Right, and he does this every time he gets a new gig. He does a big announcement, and then a few weeks, months later, it just goes away, and you never hear about it ever again. Sandwich man, coffee man, says Sarah. Non-stop drill chat. You remember he made the alt account non-stop drill chat to spy on me. So let's check this out. Big announcement from Marcus. Marcus, take the floor. Here he is. Beautiful picture of Mark. This is what I've been staring at when I've been talking to you about him. A gorgeous man, right? Happy as Larry, this fella. And first day done, he announces. Delighted to announce that I'm joining the mighty...
Oh, shit's balls.
Delighted to announce I'm joining the mighty Lovin Dublin in the role of brand director.
Jackass. Little blogger twerp, you'll do fucking nothing.
Google says, Marcus is the only bar owner who would hire Marcus to work in their bar after seeing his track record. The man's a bad penny. That's what Colm says here. Rob says, he's a media butterfly, flitting around from bullshit to bullshit. Well, I thought you were going to say something nice there. Rob hates Marcus. I like him. So he says he is Lovin Dublin's brand director. Excited to be working with a brilliant and dynamic team on the ever-moving face of food and drink media. And to be trusted... Holy good God, I didn't read this. I did not read this. Team on the ever-moving face of food and drink media, and to be trusted by a platform as massive as Lovin, to highlight the best of the city that I've called home forever. Sorry, I thought he was saying that Lovin Dublin was a trusted source there for a second. I almost went mental. Galactic and Cyclops is putting little emotes of a frog here. I'm sure it has nothing to do with how Marcus looks. An ever-growing turd in the toilet bowl of food and media.
Dirty, dirty dinners.
That's what Rarewitch says, composer of that song there. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure there's a version in every city. Love in Belfast, love in Manchester. So this page is what I would refer to as fluff shit pieces. Or if I do hit pieces, they do shit pieces. It's all ads. It's all paid for ads. They've got zero credibility, pretty much. It's terrible. Anytime, you see Lovin Dublin, you know it's going to be a nothing article about nothing nowhere, okay? So, this is just one article here from Lovin Dublin. Recent one, top stories this week. It is no longer viable. Temple Bar Toasty Spot announced closure. I mean,
oh yeah.
Did you think a Temple Bar Toasty Spot that no one's talking about and no one knew about would be a viable place? Because I don't think it would. Another famous post that I remember from Lovin Dublin, I saw someone else expose this several years ago. The Fat Fox Dublin, right? That's the coffee shop where that girl who runs the place, she's now broke up with her boyfriend. So it's becoming, you know, apparent why she did that fake board looking for the handsome guy or girl. Oh yeah, she did a fake note that someone left in the cafe saying, "Oh, who was the attractive barista?" It was in her handwriting. We did a whole handwriting analysis here. But Lovin Dublin once published an open letter that she wrote for Lovin Dublin, because she has a mate that works there. So this is the Fat Fox Dublin wrote an open letter to Lovin Dublin saying, "Woe is me, my rich boyfriend's dad sold the building where the free coffee shop we got is," right? She was going on and on and on and on about, woe is me, it's been such a struggle. But what they didn't mention in the article of Lovin Dublin was it was her boyfriend's parents that owned the building. She knew that the lease was going to be up, and they are the ones that sold it out from under them. But she was trying to make it seem like she was so hard done by. I mean, a whole thing was such a farce. And that's if anyone can find that open letter that Lovin Dublin posted, what a travesty. What a travesty. I have one more example of the sort of crack that Lovin Dublin gets up to. Let's just open their Instagram. You know, I would say that Lovin Dublin is what Marcus's bum chum Dublin Social fashions himself after. Okay, let's check it out. This is Lovin Dublin. So as you can see, you know, the usual type of crap. You know, they post stuff that they don't produce, mostly other people's content, right? And they as you can see, Dublin Social has just copied in everything about Lovin Dublin. That's why he's so terrible, right? So check this out. This is a really good example of how terrible this page is, right? So this was posted 6 days ago. Check it out. It's a girl eating a Guinness with a spoon. And the girl is quite obviously a wannabe influencer, someone that works at this town square here. Someone call the guards because this is absolutely criminal behavior, okay? Let's click on Town Square, Belfast here. So, again, it's not even their post. Town Square Belfast says, we've seen a lot of things in our time, but eating a pint of Guinness with a spoon is a first. So this is posted 1 week ago. Lovin Dublin posted it 6 days ago, okay? Some of you may know the very famous original viral video that has been doing the rounds for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years now at this stage. And the original is also a staged video. So this is what you're dealing with when you're dealing with Lovin Dublin. So they watched that episode of Seinfeld as well, says Rob. RMS Sart says, these must be hipster money laundering operations. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's do an investigation on that. Because we always ask questions about these millionaires that own these weird little magazine things. All this diabolical content. So yeah, the fact that Marcus is like so proud of this is like kind of it's kind of like to me it's like kind of sad, because Lovin Dublin is like known to be like the worst of the worst But he's like, this is the perfect matchup, to be fair. You know what I mean? Just someone who doesn't do their gigs very well, has linked up with someone else who doesn't do their thing very well, but they have all the resources at their fingertips, right? There's no reason why these should be producing such terrible crap. So it's just a beautiful match made in heaven. You know, I'm hoping to see... I cannot wait to see what this team comes up with. And would anybody like to put a bet in the chat now, and we can take a screenshot of how long he will be here for before he ditches, or before they sack him, or their relationship comes to an end. Brand director. Okay, so we know what Lovin Dublin looks like now. It looks terrible. It looks exactly like Dublin Social. Now he's probably copying them, okay? So keep an eye out for big changes in Lovin Dublin, okay? I want to make sure he's earning that paycheck, right? And not just acting like the big swinging dick downtown. Lovin Dublin is payola. Restaurants pay them to post their stuff. I assume that's what Fat Fox Dublin did when they were on the Oh Woe Was Me tour. My millionaire family have kicked us out of the building. Now we're going on a journey to find our next millionaire mansion in Greystones, which they did, by the way. Oh, I wonder... Oh, yeah. So they had a big breakup, the people in Fat Fox. Apparently the boyfriend was cheating on her. Oh, I don't know that, though. Oh, I don't know that. I don't know nothing. It's alleged. Which makes it so much funnier that the girl faked that little note saying that someone fancied her. That was absolutely excruciating. So yes, keep an eye on Fat Fox for some cringe content. Keep an eye on Marcus. Keep an eye on Lovin Dublin. Let's see what they're able to come up with. Let's not let him get away with half-assing this job, okay? There's going to be a lot of eyes on this. So Ducky Meow gives him a month. Rob says out by Christmas. I'm gonna say 6 months. Let me write this in the chat. Okay, anyone else? Any other guesses here? How long Marcus is gonna last at Lovin Dublin? Now, they usually they usually do the announcements that they're separating ways. Like they only tell you about it months after it's already happened, right? So we will try and take that into account whenever the truth surfaces, okay? Does anybody have any more guesses about that? Sarah says he has to pay for a wedding, so I give it 18 months. Yes, Marcus got engaged recently to the lovely Rachel Lord. Congratulations, Marcus. Let's see. Galactic and Cyclops says he goes down with the ship. No. You don't know Marcus like we know Marcus. He has no stick-to-itiveness at all. There's no way he's not getting married in a castle. Absolutely. You think the Lord should do anything less? Sorry, I don't mean to talk about Rachel Lord. She's not really a public figure other than the stuff he posts on his profile with her, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. I'm not going after Rachel Lord, but Marcus is a guy who likes to drink champagne and go on helicopters. Okay? That's just what I know from what he has posted. Okay, I believe that isn't slander.
Dirty, dirty debtors. Dirty, dirty debtors. These are dirty, dirty debtors. Could have used a filter for your undercooked fish fingers.
Right, so let me just take a quick screenshot of this here to make sure we got everybody's guess. So let's refer back to this here. Don't let me delete that screenshot. Let's see. So we've got Ducky Meow says a month. Rob says out by Christmas. 6 months, I said. Down with the ship says Galactic and Cyclops. 18 months says Sarah. All right, that's all we have. Okay, we'll keep that one. Keep that one for a rainy day whenever he ends up leaving to see who got the closest. And if anybody gets it spot on, you'll be winning a prize, okay? Also, if I say something hilarious or outrageous tonight and you want to clip it, I will be giving out prizes for the best clips, okay? The best clips that people do here, all right? And if they go viral, you're going to win a big, massive prize, okay?
You wanna shudder when I see you spread some butter.
He's the type of guy that will smash the wedding cake into his new wife's face.
You want it.
They all do that now. They all want that Instagrammable moment, don't they?
And yes, I saw your waffle. And yes, it did look awful. I also
Google Doof says, how old is the Instagram post? Worth checking if he still works there now. Yeah, maybe they'll get rid of him after this here. No, this is brand new. This was announced when I was on holiday.
any wisdom, but that sausage casserole you made looks like a circumcision.
So, when I was away, I received a message here, okay? And it was from one of my mates, sent me a message in a group chat, okay? So I have, different groups. Everyone has different group chats of different friends, right? And these guys I haven't seen in a few years, right? But we are all kept together for our love of some of the characters that you see in this show. So some of the people that we make, you make fun of different people with different groups of friends. So this group of friends, we make fun of Chance the Rapper and to a greater extent, Vic Mensa. They're just shitty rappers that we make fun of. We've been making fun of them for years, okay? And so we just had a little update from them. Now, Vic Mensa, not really a character on the Conor.G show, but he says here, Vic Mensa is opening for Chance the Rapper, okay? Now, I can't imagine a worse combination of rappers to team up. So, of course, we all find this hilarious. Ren says, modern day Hendrix opening for the Beatles. He says, look at this. This is an American from California, this guy here, Ren. I didn't mean to dox you, mate. He says, musical equivalent of Paul Morrissey opening for Fat Marcus.
Mea culpa, yeah?
What? How could you say such a thing? So he remembers Paul Morrissey, but he refers to Marcus as Marcus. Don't be slagging off Marcus for being fat. There's plenty more to slag him off for. So this brings me on to our next point here, and out of Dirty Dinners for this evening. Thank you, Dirty Dinners. See you later. We're on to a little bit of music now. So, here's a bit of news. The powers that be have let me book Electric Picnic this year. Don't tell Mabfield, he'll be livid. So, I was actually in London at the weekend, and I was in Dickens, London, hunting for Mabfield. In Shoreditch. Like Jack the Ripper. I was haunting the halls, haunting the highways and byways and cobblestone streets of Dickens, London, on the hunt for Mabfield. That's true, actually. And those of you signed up for the Ko-fi, for that extra special bonus content for my vlogs, shall see some of that hunting going down. In a little vlog I'll post in the Ko-fi there. All right, sign up for that. If you're not, get the entire archive of the Conor.G show. There are 125 episodes plus way more, including Conor at Night, which is a spin-off show which isn't public. Okay. So they let me book Electric Picnic this year, and I obviously had to go and book Marcus. He was the first name that I thought to put on the bill here. At Casa Bacardi Electric Picnic, 1st to the 3rd of September. 11 o'clock, Marquis O'Leachram is on there on this Saturday, okay? We've got Ricky Chong there as well. And, of course, I had to get one of my other favorites on, Rare Witch. Rare Witch is also playing Electric Picnic this year. Well done, Rare Witch. And who else? This is the big get, though, for me. I thought, who can really rock the party like no other body? And, of course, it gotta be TheWheloFella. Yes! So here he is, mid-puffining. So, Art Lot, Electric Picnic, Stradbally, County Laois, Art Lot Stage, Sunday, 12 a.m. midnight. He says, Electric Picnic 2023, let's go, baby. Purple demon emoji. Thinks he's Drake, this guy. It's about time I do a festival, and I'm happy. Why do I hate when people do this every single letter, every single word, capital letter? What's that about? Is that just blatant stupidity? They think that's what you do. They think that's how you do a big announcement. Like, he thinks this is proper grammar. He spell checked this. It's about time I do a festival, and I'm happy to tick another big goal of mine off the list. Art Lot Stage, Sunday, 12 a.m. midnight. Closing out the weekend. Hope to see everyone there. So, go follow TheWheloFella on Instagram. He's been posting, I think he only has about 5 or 6 songs. He's been posting snippets of those, thinking, shall I play this one? Shall I play this one? They'll probably let him play 2 songs, right? Rare Witch says, I'm playing at 4 and 9 on Sunday, so we'll get to see both of them. And what is the stage you're on there, Rare Witch, if you have that info there? So, yes, TheWheloFella, there he is. There, he's used his best. His best. God, he's really gaining a lot of weight, isn't he? He's using his best Fantasy Island, Love Island image there. He's doing a West Coast symbol. So, we have another little update here from TheWheloFella. Do you remember a few weeks ago we were speculating that TheWhelo may have got a girlfriend, right? Because he was posting a little picture of him holding hands with a girl, right? Never showing their face, right? So he was going on about how, when girls turn their noses up at going for a drive with him, he was like, I want to see if I even like you first, right? Stick your head out of your hole, he was saying to the girls. And someone replied to his story saying, he posted a picture of him having breakfast with a wee girl. He says, this person replies to that saying, you took her for breakfast, better than a drive. And he says, if I post a pic out with a girl, they are a friend. What type of friend? Yeah, so you don't really hold hands with girls, do you? I mean, to me, holding hands with a girl, if you have a girlfriend, is cheating. So if you're holding hands with a girl, that would be an intimate relationship. Okay? Not just a friend. All right? Unless you're like mountain climbing and you're pulling them up, up a ridge or something, saving their life. That's the only way you're allowed to hold hands with a girl. Right? So that is a denial that TheWhelo has a girlfriend. A complete denial. We also have a little haircut update. He says, diet black like Elvis. So for some reason he is like, he is obsessed with Elvis for some reason, but I'm not sure why. That's one of those things that Irish people do where they pretend to like the same music that their old man dad like, right? So he walked out of the Elvis movie, remember? Rod1210 says, is holding hands is cheating? I love Ireland. Name one scenario where you would just hold hands with a woman who's not your girlfriend. Let's see. Rare Witch says, first one is the Shed at the Global Green, and the second one is called Brutopolis Stage or something. Yeah, so he's playing at 4 and 9 respectively. Get on down there. Welvis says Rare Witch. Very good. Thumb War says Rare Witch. No, wrong, incorrect. Girls do not play Thumb Wars. Any other suggestions there? I didn't get enough time to edit this clip, but let me see if I can drag it into my little folder for you all to enjoy. We have another update. I'll save that for another day. I thought I had an extra bit of dirty dinners there, but it didn't. Right, so, okay. Here's what TheWhelo... Here's a little... I forget what this is exactly, but TheWhelo has said it.
I swear I didn't tint my eyebrows.
So TheWhelo is a big-time body modificationer, right? We thought he was getting lip injections, right? We've no proof for that, but we believe that. And that's why he asked Dylan Moran, the boxer, not to hit him in the face because he just got these Botox injections for his big. He had a boxing match with a professional boxer. It was an exhibition match. Dylan Moran, who's the Hulk, went way lightly on him. But the main thing for the Wheelo was they let him perform that song that goes na 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 na. They let him perform that before the boxing match. So that's what it was all about to him. Ho! That's what he said. Okay, so here's what he says. You know, if you're guilty about your body modifications, don't get them. Don't get them, then do a little, you know, excuse about it on social media. Check this out. This is TheWheloFella.
I swear I didn't tint my eyebrows.
So he says, I swear I didn't tint my eyebrows. You know who he looks like? Now that he's going through a puffering. He used to be quite skinny, but he is actively gaining. As you can see, the dough in his stomach and that electric picnic thing. Chat, guess, please. Get guesses in the chat who he looks like now. Look at his hair especially, and the fact that he's puffering. Anybody can guess what I just thought of? You might win a prize. He looks totally different, says Rarewitch. Yes. So he's saying, I totally didn't tint my eyebrow. I mean, who gives a shit? No one would have noticed. Brian McFadden says, Raw 1210. That's not what I was thinking, but also very good. You're thinking McGregor, says Lee. No, you're way off, mate. You're way off. Although McGregor is going through a puffering as well. So maybe not, you're not that far off, but no, for what I'm thinking, no. Brian McFadden is good. Not the winning guess. Ray Liotta says Rarewitch. No. One more guess. Anybody can guess this.
I swear I didn't tint
Alec Jones says Raw 1210. Never heard of him.
my eyebrows.
So just the way he did that little head move as well. Jedward says Lee, Snowman.
So we started off rapping in a...
Oh, here's what this is why I knew I wanted to play this here. So, The Godfather, Kavanagh. All right, I'm going to say it, everybody. Listen up. I think TheWheloFella now resembles Ricky Gervais.
I swear I didn't tint my eyebrows.
I think TheWheloFella looks like Ricky Gervais now. Can anybody else see it? Can anybody else see it? Can anybody else see it, please? He's too elongated. No, come on, please.
I didn't tint my eye.
Can nobody else see this here? I think this is important for you all to agree with me here. What am I looking for? You're telling me he doesn't look like this. You're telling me they are not one and the same person. Oh shit. So I've ruined my little behind the scenes operation here. You're telling me these two aren't identical twins.
Didn't. My eyebrows. My eyebrows. I swear I didn't tint my eyebrows.
Well, no, you didn't. And you don't make a song and dance, but you don't go, ooh, I didn't. No. Not relevant.
You're aware that I'm gay?
I swear I didn't tint my eyebrows.
Let's see what the chat are saying here. They're all saying ha 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 ha. Thank you. That's all I need. Right. Looks more like Ricky from EastEnders, says Raw1210. I can see it, says Don G. Rob is violently disagreeing with me for some reason. It's getting there if he keeps widening, says Ducky Mia. Ricky Gervais in the back of a spoon, says Calm. Now you put them together, says Rarrett. See? Ricky Gervais looks squeezed together there. Like his head is a different aspect ratio. I would say it probably is. These re-uploaded BBC clips never work out. Even the way he moves his head. Yes, that's why it pinged into my head watching this here. Right, so a little bit of Ricky Gervais news. One of my favorite artists, he goes by Turbo Island on Instagram. Okay, you ever see that t-shirt I wear? It says "Trust Nobody" and it's the National Trust logo. Little eyes in it. We'll be covering that on the next ConorG show or the next Conor at Night. Ricky Gervais has been exposed for stealing Flanimals. So do not miss the next episode of the ConorG show. We're going to be going through the evidence, and let me tell you, it is a very, very compelling case filled with lies from Ricky Gervais and his publishing company. Do not miss that on the next episode of the ConorG show. Oh, before I forget, we had a little extra bit from the wheelo there. Almost forgot. Check this out.
So we started off rapping in the car, and the weekend we're playing.
Look how he is so puffy now. He is so puffy. So he says, I started off rapping in the car. So check it. Check it. So don't get your hopes up after you watch this, because I'll let you watch it.
So we started off rapping in the car, and the weekend we're playing Election Picnic. So I think it's only right that tonight I put up an L freestyle in the car. I say,
please, 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 please.
I'll throw it up about 7 or 8 o'clock.
He's going to throw it up 7 or 8 o'clock. It's now 7 minutes to 9 o'clock. So I'm hoping we're going to be able to go to his Instagram and see a brand new freestyle. Now, the TheWheloFella is known for making lots of promises and not coming through on them. So I don't want you to get your hopes up.
So I was looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you all follow the TheWheloFella. I obviously don't vote or answer these little questions and things because I don't want to draw attention to me. I try not to interact with the people that are featured on this show too much. I like to keep it as like a safari type scenario. So that's why I don't answer. But I want you all following him, encouraging all this behavior, okay? Donchi says, I swear he's got fillers all over his face. Well, see, before... He does. I mean, before the boxing match, he got his lips done. That's what we believe here. You know, that's what I have no choice but to believe. Because of how he was getting on. You know, I believe he told Dylan Moran, no face shots, please.
You do a line and I'll do a line, honey. You do a line and I'll do a line, babe.
But since that, he has been posting pre-bulk photographs and post-bulk photographs. And he is on a serious puffering. This guy is going to look cooked in about 5 years. He keeps getting work done. Yes, I would like to let everybody know, the more work you get done, the younger you are. You're going to look hellish. You know, just look at everyone who gets all this stuff done. A couple of years after they start, they look like insane, like creatures from the Black Lagoon. I'm such a granda, aren't I? Why does he do it? Is he not young? Yeah, so our theory about all these body mods was him, Geady. We got Jed and Geady coming up right after the break, right after this Wheelo freestyle, after we check for this. Well, what we're saying in the Geady thing was they watch famous people on TV, but the people they watch on TV are a bit older, like the housewives and stuff, so they get fillers, injections, implants, scrapings, peelings. You know, people in Hollywood are desperate to be as beautiful as possible. But then we shit stains like the Wheelo and Geady watch all that and they think, oh, that's just what famous people do. So young people, especially women, are such victims of this. They just think that that's what they have to do. That's what people do. That's what cool people do. That's what famous people do. So they're going to do it. And they end up looking like, you know, horrific Frankenstein's monsters. It's like, you know, I feel like I want to like make a point about this every week because it's like, it's scary. Like, it's getting scary. Yes, you know, if you're a woman in media and, you know, you're pushing the wrong side of 40 and you want to get a little nip and a tuck and a poke here, you know, to last a couple more years, go ahead and do that. But don't be, you know, turning yourself into Pinhead from Hellraiser or one of the megalobites or whatever you call those things, the troglodytes hanging from hooks, you know, stretching your face out or whatever. Implanting. You know what I mean? Cosmetically. Yeah. Like, TheWhelo, you know, looks like he has a skin peel every day. You know, this puffering that's going on, is he actually getting fillers? Because he is bulking. Sorry, that's the point of that. He could be getting fillers whilst at the same time bulking. Okay? So, okay, let's check his Instagram account here and see if he has dropped this funky fresh freestyle.
And the weekend we're playing Electric Picnic, so I think it's only right that tonight I put up an L freestyle in the car. I said I'm going to throw it up about 7 or 8 o'clock, so I was looking forward to it.
Yes, me, I am. Okay, so let's see if this plays. Now, Instagram is notoriously terrible to play here. Audio-wise, never works. View story.
Electric Picnic. I started off rapping in the car. Why don't they do another rap in the car before we play?
So let's see if we can get this a bit better quality, bit bigger size. This never works.
Again,
yes.
Electric Picnic. I started off rapping in the car.
Looks gorgeous.
Why don't they do another rap in the car before?
See the way he's licking his lips? That people that have lots of fillers in their lips do that, by the way, if you watch Housewives. Big shout out to Andy Cohen.
We play Electric Picnic.
Here we go, we're getting a freestyle.
Rap, nothing too dirty. The usual stuff for myself.
So when he says clean rap, it's obviously going to be very rude. We got some rude raps coming up tonight from Chad Rooney. Stick around for that.
When I walked in the door, it was clear to me. I'm the one use the door you just came to see. Yeah, I'm a playboy. Dublin's finest playboy. Yeah, you don't really hate me, girl, you just want to fuck me. So true. Back boy, popular demand. Then watch you rob Reese's beats and get away with what I can, you know. I never lose cause I'm always on the rise. So you really trust your girl, she has wandering noise. I seen her.
Whoa, the chatter straight on the buttons there. Press 1 for fire, 2 for shite in the chat right now.
A parody, the thought of a shorty done a 9 a coat with a sip of Bacardi and the man is on phones in the hotel lobby sucking on some dick. It's her favourite hobby. I don't like to kiss and preach and tell. If she has bad breath, that's my cocky smell.
Yuck. Absolutely gross. I am so sorry.
Mea culpa, yeah.
I am so sorry, everybody. I am so sorry. We are now, oh my god, 1 minute to the watershed. So sorry for this here. Should have had a bigger warning for this.
Boy, I'll be sad that
but as you can see by his eyes, he is reading the lyrics.
Damn blue little widow fellas and I'm in for her to chew. She got
shoehorning.
Vitamin M and vitamin E. I got vitamin A and vitamin V. It's a sad, sad day when you gon' see the crusty comb left on her teeth from me. In the door, it was clear to me. On the one, use the door.
You look like Ricky Gervais, mate.
You just came to see, yeah, I'm a playboy. Dublin's finest playboy. Yeah, you don't really hate me, girl, you just want to fuck me. You know I'm a joker, so why so sick?
You got a second verse here. Raw 1210, an Englishman, says, I love how he says Electric Picnic. Running about like a Cenobite from Hellraiser, says Rarewitch. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. It's Botox for sure, says Don Chi. Rarewitch says, one dig to his jaw, his whole face deflates like a whoopsie cushion, lol, says Rarewitch. Another rapper wants beef with TheWheloFella. Donchi says, work like that is meant to be discreet, non-excessive, along with boasting the work he's got done. The only worm is Essex. Yeah, remember he ate a worm. Someone remind me to do Dirty Dinners of that episode. Wheelo versus the Orchard pub where he eats a worm. He's getting that Ken doll look. It's only a matter of time before he's Pete Burns. Yes, that's what everyone looks like when you start going goo goo gaga. You don't even have to go crazy with it. You can just get it done every few months and you'll end up looking like Pete Burns. Okay? It's all natural. Okay, let's finish this out. This is shocking. 222. Everyone is going to chant at Electric Picnic, says Colm. Can't recycle soft plastic. He has a hittable face, says Lee. Nobody attack the TheWheloFella. We do not condone violence in this program. Plus, he's a boxer and an army man. He'll kill ya.
Bam, bam. Me tongue in your ass and the taste was serious.
I'm so sorry.
I got sweet corn on the tip of my tongue. You know, wipe it off and stick it back in your bum.
Sorry, this is just too rude. We cannot watch a second longer. This is the Conor.G Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take a very, very, very quick break. I'm so sorry for for you having to hear that on the show. Go follow the TheWheloFella, get involved with all his little polls and all those things. I'm going to take a very quick break. When I come back, we have Jed moves out. Jed is moving out of the Penty. We've got a few theories about that. We also have responses. I have a response from Marcus Sweeney and Chad Rooney. I will also be reacting to Chad Rooney's baby cakes. Now, that's the reason I cut the Wheelo short, because I believe there's going to be some extremely foul language out of Chad Rooney. And I don't know how we're going to cope with that since this is a PG stream. Okay? So, everybody, this is the Conor.G Show. Let me get a beautiful little song for you to listen to whilst I take a very, very, very quick break. This is Volume 194 version. right, coming back in just a moment. What an absolute tune. Heard this recently on Law's unreleased Jungle Mix. That's on YouTube. Go check that little mix out. Volume 194 version. So, a few more little comments about TheWheloFella there. Rob says, people who get lots of work done usually have more issues than DC Comics. Yeah. And often, you know, they turn out like the villains in DC Comics as well. Looking like them, acting like them. He looks like someone who would spike you, Ducky Mia. Careful. There's a terrible sadness in those eyes, which about the Wheelo. Google says, if Wheelo could write his autobiography, would have some real tearjerker trauma moments in it. I'm not sure about that, but possibly. Possibly. The signs are there, I guess. The tattoos. We don't even mention the tattoos. They're part of that body modding. He got all of that done in a very short amount of time. You know, a chest and torso and hands and legs like that, all covered like that. That usually takes years to collect that. Whenever someone gets that amount of tattoos very quickly, that's how you know it's an attention thing. You see it all. You see it happen all the time. The chapter when his face deflates would be a tough read. But that's just because he can't read or write. Just gibberish about sweet corn and a-holes, says Rare Witch. I cleaned it up, though. Okay. Everybody, welcome in. This is the ConorG Show. So, what do we have now? Well, this was a last-minute addition to the show. And this is breaking news. This is Jed moves out of the Penty. So check this out. Jed and Geady are a couple of TikTokers from Belfast. Big time braggarts, right? Talk a lot of shit, act like they're the best, but they really don't have much to show for it. Geady has an Audi and Jed had a contract with Red Bull. And they both moved into the penthouse in the Oval Tower. They both thought this was going to be such a investment in their TikTok careers. And here we are. How long has it been? Just over a year. When did they move in? About the time we started the ConorG Show, perhaps. And we thought they were best buds, but it seems that there is trouble in paradise, okay? So, Jed has done a video, and we're going to read it. We're going to check it out. We're going to read the caption as well. So, Jed moves out PNG image. Jed moves out video. So, let's read the caption first. Jed says, Jed's dead. Moving into a penthouse apartment at 24, I thought I would have used it as motivation to really dial in on my work and create things I'm super proud of and do great things for the brands I work with. And I feel like it's difficult to execute big ideas when your lifestyle is filled with distractions. So, not known for his grammar control is our Jed. He was held back in school, but let's not make fun of him for that. But it is quite apparent when you read his captions and hear how he speaks and stuff. He says, I've put off projects like my online education platform that teaches how to do what I do and so much more, and I feel like I won't be able to accomplish these things unless I change my environment. It's been an incredible year filled with many challenges and lessons, highs and lows, but I'm ready for something different. It's not goodbye, it's see you soon. So, just so everyone knows, he is talking about an apartment here. He's not leaving a job. He's not moving country. He's just moving out of an apartment. Okay? And what I find alarming here is there is no mention of Geady in this. Okay? Hashtag NI TikTok. Hashtag Northern Ireland. Hashtag Belfast. Hashtag Jed. No hashtag Geady. So let's see what the chat are saying here. It's lonely at the top. Is it still a penthouse if it's only halfway up the building? That's my effing Red Bull fridge, man, says Rarewitch. Yeah, so who gets custody of the Red Bull fridge? So let's see what this video is. I haven't watched this yet. This was dropped in my lap by a contributor to the Conor.G show. Thank you so much for this breaking news. So let's see what he has to say. This is 3 minutes long, so this is could have added many hours to my show tonight, in which case we'll have to cut it short. But I really want to get to Chad Rooney tonight, and Marcus Sweeney has responded to me, so that's all coming up soon. Check it out. This is Jed moves
Come back
out.
with me to move apartment? Yeah. Come back with me to move apartment? Yeah. It's happening. The Penty era is over.
The Penty era is over. So, yes, Colm, let's come back to your question. Is it still a penthouse if it's only halfway up the building?
Obviously, the biggest question people are going to have is why, and to be honest with you, it's really not the reasons that you might think. It honestly just comes down to this just being not for me.
Don't you believe it?
What did you just say there, mate?
Not the reasons that you might think. See, the biggest question people are going to have is why. Obviously, the biggest question people are going to have is why, and to be honest with you, it's really not the reasons that you might think.
It's really not the reasons you might think.
Honestly just comes down to this just being not for me.
Honestly comes down to the reasons that it's just not for me. Cut to 6 months ago. Flash back to 6 months ago. Do you remember the post that they made? We covered it on the Conor.G show. Me and Geady were going to be the biggest. We're going to be the best. We're going to put Belfast on the map. If you're not with me now, don't bother trying to get back in with me when we blow. Cut to this. He's pouring out a suitcase. No, you're supposed to keep the stuff in your suitcase when you're packing. You don't pour shit out when you're packing. Stupid! Sorry, Jed.
Stupid costumes like that you might think. It honestly just comes down to this just being not for me. Stupid costumes like I actually have.
How many costumes he has? Stupid costumes. I was about to say, who does a video about moving? He clearly can't afford the rent, says Raw1210. Could they ever? It's like they get one job. They get one freelance job. And they're like, I'm rich! And remembered... Sorry. Marcus? Yeah, remember Marcus was bragging about his apartment for ages, and then he had to move out 6 months later. Marcus O'Leary famously got an unfurnished apartment, bragged about it every single day, and then he just had to leave. Kicked him out with no explanation. Couldn't hack the fast-paced lifestyle of being a professional ball bag, says Rarewitch. He's dissing everyone tonight. So, the audio can't go up any further. Ducky me, I'm so sorry about that, as you can hear from the gunshot being deafeningly, excruciatingly loud there. And the rent too. Is he going back to the Shankle, says Raw1210. What are those posters, says Sarah? Back to Castle Court. Back to the back of Castle Court. Google Doop says, surely the education platform stalled when he realized you can't get a whole semester out of how to video yourself sitting outside a bar sipping cider going, ooh, that's nice. I like Belfast. Yes, well, it's a TikTok school. It's not a real school. I love that you've used the word semester there. That's so generous of you. Yeah, these posters here, this duplicate of the same leopard here. Is that what you're on about? What else have we got? Yeah. Awful.
It just comes down to this just being not for me. Stupid costume.
Where does this leave the Hard Listen podcast? Exactly. Does everyone remember this? They did 3 episodes of the Hard Listen podcast. Now, let's not begrudge that because we made a friend out of that. Remember? Kaz Milligan, friend of the ConorGShow. We'll be checking in with him next week, perhaps.
I actually have so much shit.
I actually spend my money very unwisely. So here's a little clue as to why I might not be able to afford the rent. We got a bottle of Champers up here. Yeezy 700s, electric toothbrush, lots of hair gel and candles here. What are these? Camera gear here?
Actually.
This is probably camera gear. 1,000 batteries here that he never uses. Your videos last 30 seconds. You don't need multiple batteries for a shoot.
Actually.
Look at all these jackets here. A pink jacket, a gold jacket, a sparkly jacket.
I have so much shit.
Look at all this. What's this? A box with a watch on it? 2 of them? See if we can pick out any more of this, these frivolous things, as Arcane Soaks would say, that he spent his money on here. Actually, so... There's his famous... He loves these baseball-style jackets. These Letterman jackets. There's his cozy. There's his turquoise cozy hoodie. What a filthy animal. This is how he lives behind the scenes. Look at the shit. Look at the...
Shit. Oh.
What you got up there? There are sunglasses back there, unused. Very dusty. Lives in squalor behind the scenes. The landlord probably kicked him out for not cleaning.
Like, whenever I moved in here, I had an idea of how I was going to go, and it just hasn't went that way at all.
So he had an idea 6 months ago, and it hasn't gone that way. No, this is probably the end of the lease, so 12 months.
Don't get me wrong, it's been phenomenal, but whenever I moved in here, I thought...
If it was phenomenal, you wouldn't be moving. Right, everybody? Wee bog, well-used bog roll in the bottom shelf, says Colm.
You know, oh, it's going to give me so much motivation to get up and do work and do all these great things. And
it's in mono now, so that's not my fault. That's his terrible audio editing. Someone in the comments is going mad about no lens cover on the camera lens he was holding. It's like Always Sunny when they moved to the suburbs, couldn't be seen going into the bins in the lift, so they just picked their room for shite. Yeah, I love that. They just chuck it out the window. Although the windows don't open in the Opal Tower because it's too high.
Plans that I had, but it's just been a massive distraction.
That's like in Vegas, they don't have balconies because they're afraid someone's going to jump out.
I actually completely forgot I had these. I don't even...
XXX Tentacion album? You like people that beat pregnant women, do you?
It's a distraction. I actually completely forgot I had these. I don't even know where my record player is.
You don't got one.
It's been like a life that I never thought I'd be able to live, you know what I mean? That's how I can describe it.
Well, it's been 12 months. It's not a life.
Also, it's funny, it's like no one knows this, but I'm actually a professional photographer too. And videographer, but somehow I just...
Nobody knows this. Well, you do mention it quite a lot.
Got on the TikTok.
So this is what the person was going on about. He doesn't keep a lens cover or cap. Here's the most crucial part here, Ducky Meow, that you might not have noticed. No lens cap. But look, this end is you cannot get anything on this end. That's the end that goes into the camera.
Like, I don't think me or Geady fully understood what we were getting ourselves into whenever we moved into this apartment.
I can't. It's so like, it's like listening to a child. Like, listen to the tone of this. He's like unpacking his stuff. He's going back and forth. It's cutting different angles. He's like talking like he's been through some shit. He's giving us the lessons he's learned. You moved into an apartment with your mate for 12 months. Nothing else happened.
Even the way the penty became a thing. It's been class being able to do something in this scene that hasn't really been done before.
Do you hear this shit? Something in this scene that hasn't really been done before. You moved in with your mate. That's what happened. Everybody has done this, but people usually do it way earlier than you and Jed did. You and Geady did. Same guy.
And obviously there was a lot of shit that kind of came with that, but at the end of the day, if nothing changed.
What shit? It's a 2-bedroom apartment. I don't want anybody to ever lose sight of what is happening here. He moved into a 2-bed apartment with his mate. Now he's moving out of a 2-bed apartment with his mate. This whole Penty thing is ethereal. Is that the right word?
There's nothing changes. Social media in Northern Ireland.
Nothing changes and nothing stays the same.
It's been blossoming. If you've been following me or Geady for last year, like, you know, things have definitely progressed and changed. Like,
hi.
The social media scene is so different now. It's kind of mad to see the way things have played out, because before this, I was in a 7.5-year relationship, did nothing but work. I never really went out.
So before this, he was in a 7-year relationship.
Scene is so different now. It's kind of mad to see the way things have played out, because before this, I was in a 7.5-year
The edits in this are psychotic.
relationship, did nothing but work. I was in a 7.5-year relationship.
Sorry, I don't want to skip over this.
So different now. It's kind of mad to see the way things have played out, because before this, I was in
Before moving in with Geady, he was in a 7.5-year relationship.
a 7.5-year relationship, did nothing but work. I never really went out. And then that's just kind of what I accidentally became known for, because
This is what I accidentally became known for. Living in an apartment with Geady. I'd say that's a pretty good reason for people to know you. You know, we all thought this was hilarious. I want to know what those books are. It was important that we see them. If you think he has read a single one of those books.
it's 2-minute walk to the club. I think it does get to a point where you're just kind of like,
2-minute walk to the club.
I'm taking the piss. And I was just starting to feel like it's just been a waste of potential. Like, obviously there's been a lot that came off the back of like living in here and the
So, is Jay trying to act like he's never out of the club and that's why he isn't getting his dreams fulfilled? Look, the crazy stare off camera, you know, to the... See, when you're filming, you'll notice this if you watch some of my vlogs that I did on holiday. You see everyone do this when they film themselves on camera. You can look at the lens, right? But that's counterintuitive because you want to look at the screen where you see yourself. And when that happens, it looks freaky and crazy like this.
that came from that and the social media content we were creating. But at the same time, there was like so many other things I had planned before I moved in here.
Who's
Like, all
we?
these
Has
passion
he
projects.
mentioned Geady yet?
It's been a waste of potential, like, because it's 2-minute walk to the club. I think it does get to a point where you're just kind of...
Right, so let's put this in perspective. He is blaming the 2-bedroom apartment that he lives in with his pal on him not achieving his goals quickly enough. Don She believed that Jed and Geady were a couple. I think a lot of people think that, to be honest.
Like,
his GCSE notes in the margins. I don't think he has GCSEs, to be honest. Can you zoom in on the spines of the books? Okay, let's see if we can do this. This is supposed to be a quick segment.
Nothing changes.
Okay. Can't really make them out. It's too small, but... sorry, I can't make that out. Let's see. It's finished. Let's get rid of that. Let me see. If we open this in Photoshop, maybe we can add a bit of a better filter to this here. Bit more sharpening here. Okay, let's see what we can come up with here. Export to desktop. ConorGShow 126. Jed. Don't save. Okay, don't ask me to do this again. Where have you been saved to, you pesky little creep? Jed. Okay, so let's see. This is our final look here. See if we can see what's going on here on these books. Suggestions in the chat, please. Okay, can anybody see? Can anybody read what these are? It's too pixelated. Too shitsolated. This is absolutely insane. How to Read Books, Volume 1 to 8, says Rare Witch. Definitely some beef here. To be fair to him, he's done a decent Hoover job there. Potential career, says Colm. He reads them upside down, says Lee. They'll all be mirrored too. Okay, can we do a flip here? Let me see if we can do this. Flip horizontal. So is this a bit easier to see? Whose process for your something? The end of quitting. No, I don't know what any of these say. So, Disgrace says, imagine how warped the minds of people who are 15 or something now they're going to be when they are older. If this is a 26-year-old, so he's 26, Jesus.
Never really went out. And then that's just kind of what I accidentally became known for, because it's 2-minute walk to the club.
You accidentally became known for going to the club because it's a 2-minute walk to the club?
Don't you believe it?
Complete cap, okay? So they go to the club because that's what they think got them views. Them strutting around. You remember Geady saying, oh, do nightclub video, get views? Do you remember? I can't believe the cap that's rolling out of him so freely.
I think it does get to a point where you're just kind of like, I'm taking the piss. And I was just starting to feel like...
You're taking the piss because you drink so much.
It's just been a waste of potential. Like, obviously, there's been a lot that came...
The panty isn't to blame for you and your actions.
Off the back of, like, living in here and the attention that came from that and the social media.
Oh. So before they moved into the penthouse, people hated them and knew about them already, right? I love that they think this is something.
Content we were creating, but at the same time, there was like so many other things I had planned before I moved in here. Like all.
Oh, I love this. I love this. If he was living at home with his mom, the things I would have planned would have been achieved. All right, so we have a new little investigation here from our friend Rob. Let's see what Rob's done for us here. Copy link. So Rob has found the book saying The End of Marketing, Humanizing Your Brand in the Age of Social Media. Paperback. Is this it? Bookmark on page 4, says Colin. All the books look completely untouched. Yeah, well, you know, he's self-admitted. He is self-admitted, not the... he is self-admitted no Einstein, okay? You know, there's plenty to make fun of him about without going after that, his sore spot.
These passion projects. Like I was creating an online academy for content creators, people to learn how to get into doing what I
would give anything to know how many students he had. I use the term students very loosely.
do. And I just got too distracted. I absolutely...
Plus, look at the size of his muscles here. You think he isn't spending a lot of time in the gym? Or could these be implants? These are very strange muscles now. My arm, the muscle is a nice curve up, right? His is a little 2 to 3 inch gap here with a little football injection. So maybe he did just spend all the money getting body mods.
Got too distracted. I absolutely...
Got too distracted. By what? The stunning view?
Could keep this up if I wanted to, but to be honest with you, at least
I could keep it up if I wanted to. Captain Kapistan.
I'm just glad I'm self-aware enough to know.
I'm self-aware enough. That's what he said. Jed of Jed and Geady just claimed to be self-aware.
I absolutely could keep this up if I wanted to, but to be honest
Liar.
with you, at least I'm just glad I'm self-aware enough to know when something doesn't serve me and when to let it go. And unfortunately for right now, at this point in my life, the panty needs to go.
The panty needs to go. Forced smile. I can read a forced smile from 1,000 paces. I learned this. I became viciously aware of this whenever Doja Cat was online going, I'm totally awesome. I'm fine. That's why I shaved all the hair off my body, including my eyebrows and head. You're not fine.
Me and when to let it go.
A forced smile signifies not fine.
And unfortunately for right now, at this point in my life,
you phony, you fake, you the kind of guy that I hate.
the panty needs to go.
The panty needs to go. This 2-bedroom apartment that I live in with my friend and business partner needs to go.
So I've absolutely no...
You haven't achieved your goals as quickly as you were bragging about a few months ago. You've made a fool of yourself. You've made a buffoon of yourself. I tried to tell you this stuff doesn't happen overnight. You need to work hard. It doesn't just get given to you because you got a viral video a couple of times.
No idea how I'm getting this downstairs. Like,
Why, a tiny table. Literally the smallest table you can buy on Amazon. He hasn't a clue how he's getting it down the stairs. Try the elevator, son.
I feel like I'm just a bit of a creature of habit, so whenever...
A bit of a creature, all right. Let's see. Google has found one of the other books. That's the other one. Definitely hitting a crisis. Copy link. Paste. God's Purpose for Your Life 365 Devotionals from Charles F. Stanley. Wow. Okay. Let's continue with this.
Where I get into a flow of things, I end up just doing it too much. Feel like I've been living a life that isn't meant for me. And you know, your surroundings play.
So did he finally miss his marriage?
In how you live and
look at his demented eyes here. Okay, you can look at the way the eyes go. That's how you can tell someone's lying through the eyes. The whole face is the window to the soul.
Whenever I get into
not just the eyes.
Flow of things, I end up just doing it too much. Feel like I've been living a life that isn't meant for me. And you know, you're...
What a cap! It's so short of a time ago. He did that post. Go back and watch it on the ConorG show. There's a beautiful little clip if you want to get caught up in the backstory on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ConorGillespie. Type in Jed, a very arrogant boy, if you want to meet Jed. And check out We Need to Talk About Geady, Belfast's influencer gone mad with clout or something was the one about Geady. Go check those out if you want some backstory on this.
But so whenever I get into a flow of things, I end up just doing it too much. Feel like I've been living a life that isn't meant for me. And you know,
you're living a life that wasn't meant for you. But when you did that post a few months ago, it was all ahead of you. You were like, we are the biggest. If you do not join us and like us and love us and support us, you're dead to us. That's what he was saying. He was saying, you're scum, you're nothing. If you are not in on the ground floor with us, we are going to put the Belfast on our backs, is what they were saying. We're going to put it on our back. We're going to put it on the map. Right? Do you remember they were strutting around town dressed like the housewives? Let's finish this out.
Your surroundings plays a massive part in how you live and how you act, and it influences how you think and how you feel. And I know that if I continue staying here, like, I'm not going to achieve the things that I wanted to do. And I feel like I'm a very ambitious person with big dreams that I'm not going to fulfill if I'm getting trapped into this lifestyle of...
Trapped into this lifestyle of living with your mate.
I wanted to do. And I feel like I'm a very ambitious person with big dreams and aspirations that I'm not going to fulfill if I'm getting trapped into this life.
You know, see, when most people move house, they don't need to come up with 50 fake reasons to justify it to a bunch of strangers online. Okay? That's how you know this is freakish, this is weird, this is abnormal, this is a lie, this is cap. You know, you just move out.
Style.
It's because when you boast and brag about something and tell everybody it's going to be this, it's going to be that, I'm this, I'm that, and then it doesn't happen, you have to then come up with all this nonsensiquito to cover your ass so you don't look like a complete buffoon. But what Jed didn't bank on is most people aren't as fucking thick as he is.
Mea culpa, yeah?
The fake highs and the...
Sorry about that, Jed.
I want to get my highs from succeeding in work and
you should try cocaine.
And great content and...
No, don't.
Doing things I really love to do. And I'm a creative professional, you know.
Are you a creative professional? Well, you're pretty bad at creating lies.
I am seriously not ready for this. Like,
one drawer. He's got one drawer.
The reason I do social media is because I genuinely...
So all this is fake. This is a fake setup. When you move, you chuck everything into bin bags.
Love making videos and telling stories.
Well, you don't tell stories. You don't make good content. Your videos are shit. They're mostly about bragging and then ads for cider companies.
Attention and stuff like that is just...
You don't tell a story whenever you're doing an ad for a drink. You don't. You just don't.
Just a byproduct of what I do. And honestly, I've...
Listen to how he speaks. It's just a byproduct of what I do. A byproduct is a word that I would think of, but, you know, the number 2 byproduct of eating food.
For this. Like, the reason I do social media...
Methane gas.
Is because I genuinely love making videos and
Nothing
telling
like
stories. All the attention and stuff like that is just a byproduct of what I do.
Sorry, we need to listen to this.
Just a byproduct. Do social media is because I genuinely love making videos and telling stories. All the attention and stuff like that is just a byproduct of what I do.
The attention is just a byproduct, okay? It's not the motivator.
And honestly, I've realized I don't care about it enough to affect my professional career. I'm just really excited for what the next chapter holds.
So this is a complete 180. I hope that everybody is on the same page as me here. That this is a complete 180 from what he set out to do just a few months ago. This Penty, living with Geady, his social media enterprises, that was it. They're all taking off. They're all going up. There's, you know, you start this, you put this Penty as if it was a studio. It was the hub of some sort of artistic, creative lifestyle. But really, it was just for you to go, we live in the penthouse, don't we? And when that trickled away, and people just realized you're just two numbskulls living in a 2-bedroom apartment, and that didn't get your views from 20k up to 50k consistently, you're packing up and running? No, there's a lot more to this story, and this 2 minutes and 38 we've listened to already is nothing but scientifically provable copium.
Yeah, it's because I genuinely love making videos and telling stories. All the attention and stuff like that is just a byproduct of what I do.
No, it is the sole driving force.
Honestly, I've realized I don't care about it enough to affect my professional career. I'm just really excited for what the next chapter holds.
You only moved here for your professional career. Do you see how this isn't adding up? He only moved there, allegedly, for his professional career, right? He thought that was going to be the big thing. But he's let slip here that it didn't garner him enough attention for it to be profitable, because he's forking out cash over hand over fist. What has he done with Geady? That is the question. The shifty eyes, like the dog in The Simpsons. Exactly, the eyes. He's fed Geady to Costa, says Rare Witch. We got Costa coming up, and I don't think we have... I can't even check Geady's socials because he's blocked me. These Zoomers are going to be burnt out at 30. Well, he's basically saying he's already burnt out. Geady gets some abuse online, but he sort of tries to act like he's satirizing himself or something. Doesn't work, though. Maybe he noticed that and is trying to get out while he can. So, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, perhaps. Too ambitious for the high rent, says Rob. So surreal, says Rare. It's really bizarre not to be able to put your hands up and say, yeah, I got carried away. Or just say nothing. You could have just said nothing, Jed, but it's because they built it up so much. Like, it was going to be like, I am actually Travis Scott. It's like an apartment with Travis Scott and Post Malone living together. That's what they thought was going to happen. That's how lit they thought it was going to be. They thought their kitchen was going to be Raising Cane's. Just really passionate about filming himself. So F.A. lol. How many lies in one video? He should get into politics. Yeah, we really need to get that lie counter installed. Next month, Costa will be posting from that exact spot in his new room. Costa brushing his teeth with polyfiller, racking the old end sweet. So what's this link you've sent me here, Ducky Meal? Let's see. So Sarah and Ducky Meal have been sending me links. I've been opening them secretly behind the scenes now. Right. You've sent me that clip from The Simpsons. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's finish this out.
Don't give a singular byproduct of what I do. And honestly, I've realized I don't care about it enough to affect my professional career. I'm just really excited for what the next chapter holds.
So now he's trying to act like it was a negative, whereas a wee while ago he was trying to act like it was a positive. So that's it in a nutshell.
Don't give a singular F.
He doesn't give a singular F. He thinks he's the Conor.G show.
People think about you. Just continue doing your own thing, chasing your dreams. And you know what?
Your dream was to live in the panty with Geady.
Try not to have a work-life balance. Live more than...
He's blaming it on work-life balance. All of this is smoke and mirrors. It's extra stuff around what actually happened.
Work.
Do you know how long he had to think about this and script this all out? He's reading off a script, by the way.
Point that we're being put in this earth to experience.
I was saying he was looking at the little screen on the camera, which also is a possibility, but it's more likely that he is reading all this off a screen.
Things that build genuine relationships.
Sorry, I hate to skip any of this.
What people think about you, just continue.
Who gives an F what do people think about you?
Enough to affect my professional career. I'm just really excited for what the next chapter holds. Don't give a singular F what people think about you. Just continue doing your own thing, chasing your dreams. And you know what? Try not to have a work-life balance.
Try not to have a work-life balance. Your head's off balance because of that earring.
Live more than you work. It's the whole point that we're being put in this earth to experience things and build genuine relationships. And I'm going to...
Genuine relationships? Maybe we'll be talking about your relationships in a minute there, Jed.
Continue doing that. So that's that. Farewell, Panty.
Farewell, Panty. Okay, now the most sus thing about this is zero mention of Geady. So, I think I would like to... We got a quick video from... there's a video from Costa here, but... You know, Costa sucks. Costa sucks ass. He isn't funny. I only find it funny whenever he freaks out at me, you know? So let's see what Costa... This is 2 minutes, this video. We don't have time for this shit. Right, let's watch a second of it, right? So, Costa has done a little video about the panty.
Oh, lads, long time no see. What's the crack? How are we?
Missing Geady again, are we?
There's no crack to be had by just business talk. Let us in. We need to talk about something now.
Well, how's the drive? How's the drive up?
Don't worry. Got a heli.
Buying the penthouse is the caption here.
Pop it up.
Oh, happy.
I heard you're trying to get rid of this place. This is lady mine. I heard there's women in here flat out. I heard that.
If his lease is up, then... You know, it's not his problem. He doesn't need to get anyone in there. I realize this is a comedy sketch.
I heard it's easy. It's absolute madness. I need that.
Listen, we need it. I don't want it.
I need that.
All right, so we know the premise here. Costa moves into the panty. Let's see what else happens.
Hey.
Giving him some fake money.
Oh no, lads. 30? I was thinking more like 50.
50 grand. I'll give you a jersey. And I'll give you a shout out in Snapchat. So many women, not even funny.
Jersey?
Yeah.
Got yourself a date.
So this is just an ad for Costa's jersey, and look, they've got Costa with his tits out yet again. Last time they got his trousers off. This time they've got his bra off.
Do me a favour, look after her. She's delicate. Make sure to keep her litty though.
Lad, we'll always keep this plate lit.
Before we get outside every day.
It'll be litty to the motherfucking titty in this.
So this is just an advert for Costa's.
I appreciate it, man.
Here, here.
God bless.
Out the fuck.
Wait, what?
That bastard's away. Come on here, Jesus. Fucking dose, like.
Then we got some Travis Scott. Then they're dancing about. Excellent, Costa. Excellent move on your part there. Getting his last bit of content out of the panty. So, a little private investigator got to work finding this apartment here, and we have found the Property Pal listing for the penthouse, aka Oval Towers middle floor. So let's get a big view of this here. So there you go. There's the stunning view. There's from the outside. There's the foyer. Here's how it looked before they moved in, okay? Check this out. 31st of the 7th, 2020. These are 3 years old, these photographs. 3 years old. That's a deception. Let's flick through. There's the shitty kitchen. There's the shitty, ugly bedroom. There's the bigger, nicer bedroom. There's a view, and that's all they give you there. Stunning penthouse apartment, Oval Tower. Stunning with a small ass. A real Einstein. Maybe Jed did write this. Donegal Quay. 62 Donegal Quay. And the rent is $2,300 per month. Down the drain. Never seeing that again. Let's see what we got here. Rates paid by the landlord. Viewable from the 10th of September. Maybe I'll move in here. What do you think about that? No, I'll tell you, if I'm moving back up to Belfast from Dublin, I'm going to be paying a lot less. All right, that's the whole point. Living in Belfast, way cheaper. Furnished, yes. Penthouse apartment. Receptions 1, bedrooms 2. 1 bathroom? What sort of penthouse suite doesn't have an ensuite in the master bedroom? It's very unusual. Stunning, approximately 15-foot square luxury penthouse apartment. 2 bedrooms, master bedroom boasts a walk-in wardrobe and ensuite bathroom. Thank goodness, I was panicking there for a second. Obviously, Geady got the master bedroom, right? We always thought of Geady as the man in the relationship, didn't we? We always talk about Jed staying under Geady's bed and stuff like that. Geady giving Jed permission to go to the club and stuff like that. Spectacular view of both the city and the River Lagan. The apartment comes fully furnished to a luxury finish, not after the panty parties. That is degraded now. Underground parking space included, which Geady obviously got also, because for the Audi, where he got it keyed. So your space will not be secure here. Because Geady famously got his car keyed here. We are currently just taking names and contact numbers. Oh, so exclusive. They'll let anybody live there if they let these two live there. All right, so there you go. That was the Penty tour of the Penty, okay? So, a listener has sent in a little theory about this penthouse apartmentique. So I'm going to read the theories that were sent in to me from an independent investigator. After I check in with the chat. Let's see. I thought living in the penthouse was the entirety of the career. Yes, me too. It would make more sense if Jed and Geady was sort of a me and my shadow double act. Yeah, I thought it was. So the most suspicious part of this is that he doesn't mention Jed in any of this. Or Geady, sorry. He doesn't mention Geady in this. And Geady and Jed's relationship was the biggest factor in this, okay? So they only did 3 episodes of the podcast. That was a huge F for these, and it's a huge L. Costa brushing his teeth. Right, we read that. Let's see. Let's see. Just made a 3-minute video trying to justify moving out of his house. That's exactly what's happened. When you put it like that, it does sound mental. Absolutely not packed anything there. Yeah, those are all props on the bed there. Those aren't for packing. Geady sat in the next room, pure raging, left out of the Liddy comedy sketch. Why are they referring to the apartment as her? Yes, it's definitely more of a frat house than a her. Too much grey makes them all go mental, says Ducky Me Up. Who's going to view it? Maybe I will. Geady trying to figure out what's left of him without the panty. We could do a fake vid. You mean let's go do a viewing? Yes, we all should go do a viewing of this. Pretend we are buying it. Yes. Well, it's only for rent and not buying it. We're not Costa. Okay, so here's the theories that were sent in from a listener, right? The last thing that Geady posted was on the 15th, and that was about a new tattoo. So Geady has been silent about this, okay? Any of Jed's vids that had Geady in them have also seemed to have a girl present. All right, now we're talking here. So, is the theory now that Geady has got himself a girlfriend, perhaps? This contributor says, I think that's the story because Jed mentions a girlfriend he had 7 years ago, or for 7 years. He still wants to make money. He's not ready for settling down, but Geady is. So they have both went F it. They were probably only there for a year. Yeah, they were, as far as I know. So, can anybody confirm that Geady has himself a girlfriend, and that's why they're ditching the panty? So, was Jed saying he had a girlfriend and he doesn't anymore? Right? He had a long-term girlfriend, then they broke up, so he moved in with Geady. My theory is, says this investigative journalist, my theory is they couldn't afford the rent, and Jed was probably taking his ma to the Galgorm to butter her up to move back in with her. Yes, very good theory. The real question is if they were ever really friends or just two people who got big on TikTok and decided to live together. Now, that is plausible. I think that is very potentially could be the case. So, I don't think, yeah, obviously they didn't utilize this property. Now, he's blaming the property and the location of it and the whole idea of it for him not achieving his goals. But really, they didn't utilize any of the benefits of this place apart from recording 3 podcasts there. 3 in a year. I've done over 126 in that same year by myself. And they had multiple people and Kaz Milligan. Okay. Yeah. I believe the only reason for this video is because he did that multi-slide TikTok reel boasting and bragging about how they were about to kingpin the shit. So our investigative journalist says, it also seems Jed was already bringing randoms around, was always bringing randoms around and going live. So I bet they fell out. So you think, so this person thinks that because Jed is always bringing his friends over and going live in the kitchen, that Geady has become fed up with that because Geady's not really part of that. And when he just comes in the background, all the chat just slag him off. So, yes, that would annoy me if I was living in an apartment, someone was going live. I wonder what the woman that lives in my house with me thinks. Of course, no, my camera setup is engineered so that no one that lives with me has to come into contact with my show. But not in the panty. That's an open plan kitchen living room. What if Geady just wanted to sit in Netflix and wank? And then he's forcing the cameras into his home with TikTok, no less. The comments and TikTok. 100% people taking the piss out of them, by the way. I watched one of these live videos where he was in his kitchen cooking burritos at 12 o'clock at night. desperate for attention, just putting up with all the hate in the comments. Pathetic lie. Let's see. And our last comment from our investigative journalist says, I bet Jed moves in with that fella from Derry. Yeah, so Jed has been hanging out with a new guy. And Jed might not be part of that friend circle. So Sarah with an H sent us a little video here. See what this is.
'Cause I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be a 10.
Is this him in Castlecourt?
Destiny to live.
No, this is in Castlecourt.
A life of blonde fragility. I'm just
Shit's balls.
So, Jed and Geady, possible split, possible breakup between Jed and Geady. They are definitely moving out of the Penty. You saw the listing there on propertypal.com. If anybody would like to go for a viewing and film it for us at the Penty, you will be rewarded heavily for that. That's real. Anybody can get a viewing in these places. Maybe I'll do it myself. Let me know if you would like to visit the Opal Tower and check out that apartment for us as a special report on the ConorG Show. You will be rewarded heavily. The song is Lost Entity Annihilate, LES mix. Big shout out to Lesby. So I posted 2 brand new YouTube clips there. One, quite a throwback clip from last year of me reacting to Loose Tig by Wee Joe. One of Wee Joe's best songs. The only Wee Joe song that I actually like, only because all the other ones are so sad and about ganging and cripping. Check that one out, youtube.com/ConorGlassme. And I also did a episode of Dirty Dinners where we go through updates, gossip, responses from people all across the internet to do with the Dublin food scene, the bitchy Dublin food scene. I think you're really going to like that. Check it out. Big shout outs to Lesby and everyone else involved in that video. Cyan. Hopefully I squashed their beef. Check that out on youtube.com/ConorGlassme. All right, we are 2 hours and 30 minutes into the ConorG Show. When we return, we have a response from the Celtic Tiger, Marcus Sweeney. And I believe it is the real Marcus Sweeney that has responded to me. He's back on TikTok. He's back up to his old tricks. He could be having a mental breakdown. And we also have Chad Rooney, Emcee Chad Rooney, baby cakes. He would like me to react to it. All right, so we're going to take a very, very, very quick break. And when we come back, all that good stuff. But before I go, take a quick break. Let's check in with the chat here. Let's see what you are saying. Do your best Geady Jed accents when you go visit the Penty. He did nothing for a whole year. Somehow managed to do less than nothing by doing the podcasts. They thought that was going to be a cash cow. Why? They just didn't utilize it. We always get so annoyed at people who have the funds or have the resources and don't utilize them. Excuse me. So, have they never gone live together? They never go live together. He did about 5. Oh, so that was about him being Ken. Right, okay. I get you now. Right, so Jed, Geady, huge breakup, huge split. Dark day. I'm obviously blocked by Geady, so if anyone would like to report back to me, keep an eye on that situation. Let's find out what happens. Let's get a viewing in that apartment, most importantly.
Hello, everybody. Get to know me.
All right, this is the ConorG Show. Back in a minute. Welcome back to the Conor.G Show. I'm your host, and this is the Conor.G Show. Aloha! So, Colm here, he says, the first time that, speaking about Jed there, Jed and Geady, the Hard Listen podcast, maybe I should go download all those podcasts in case they delete them. The first time they had people on the podcast, the guests were a bit incredulous, like, how are you guys going to live up to this? And Jed and Geady shit them. Yeah, maybe they weren't able to get any good guests. People think they're idiots. People think they're losers.
Things like this here is what makes me happy.
Well, they claim to be winners, but if they're moving out of the panty and not telling us the real reasons... That's their relationship annihilated. This is the Conor.G Show. All right, everybody, we're coming into the final chapter of this evening. And tonight we have a few responses, a few comments people left me, and a response from one of these subjects on the Conor.G Show. So we're going to get back into that. Now that we have been reunited, we are back together. That's me and you lot. Jed and Geady are breaking up. You and me are just getting stronger. So, Rob here says, Shakespeare tells us that pride always comes before the fall. So, let's see. We have a couple of quick little comments I want to get through before we get into the Marcus Sweeney. Oh, I'm so happy. I was on holiday. I can't remember what country I was in, but I saw this comment from Marcus Sweeney, and I was just about on cloud 9, to be honest with you. I can't wait to show that to you. So, let's see. Where is my folder? Where? Has the love gone? So, yes, check out my smash hit clip on youtube.com/Conor Gillespie. Cillian Murphy is stuck up his own hole. Disappointed Cillian Murphy meme. Search that on YouTube. You probably find my little clip I did about him. And I was speaking about how I've never really liked Cillian Murphy. He just skeeves me out a little bit. And I saw this video meme of him giving a dirty look to the Prince of England, and that made me like him. And then during this run up to Oppenheimer, starring Cillian Murphy, the Lad Bible or someone else perhaps put together this little edit of Cillian Murphy pretending not to know anything about the internet, not knowing what lol meant, not knowing what OMG meant, not knowing what meme meant, saying that he was too old to be on social media, even though me and his ma are friends on Facebook. So what's the cutoff point if your parents are on Facebook, Killian? Don't be so pompous. So I just believed he was up his own hole. I did a little video about that, and we just got a little comment on here. I thought it would be only fair and right to share it with you. Lindsay Molitor 8368 says, Cillian Murphy is the most gorgeous man I've ever seen. He's mesmerizing in every film he does, not to mention he's a great person in real life. Humble, kind, passionate, and something else. This guy, LaSalle 9657 says, spot on. So we got one for each. One for each. Let's see. I don't believe there's really much more this person said. But let's pull up the video just in case. Just in case there is something phenomenal. Connor.G show. That should do it. Type in Connor.G show to YouTube and see the wonders that pop up. What's a meme? Here's my glorious YouTube channel that I love so much. Shoutouts to Rare Witch and Red Bar. The only two featured channels I have. The only people who I deem respectable enough to share on my fucking page. So check this out. This is the video here. My smash hit video. 414 views. Practically viral. Let's see. Where's this kill? Let's get a picture of Cillian up here. Cillian's face. His pompous old face there. Look at that pomposity on this man. Can't stand people like this. So let's see. Let's see this comment here. So she says, humble, kind, and passionate about his work. Okay, I accept that. I'm not arguing with her. So that was just a little comment from Lindsay there, defending this gorgeous man in her words there. Okay? Welcome in, Thicky Mudo. Good to see ya. Just when the episode could hardly get better, says Disgrace the Walking Android. That Geady stuff was a last-minute addition. Thanks to the investigative journalist who reached out to me there. Okay. So I got another comment, so I'm rushing through these shitty comments to get to the Marcus Sweeney stuff. Ducky Meow says, someone put up a pic saying Cillian Murphy in a wig would look like Billie Eilish. And I was like, he already had a wig on in Breakfast on Pluto. Haha. So, thank you. Susie Butler says, she commented on my Emiliani. This is a little snippet, little 1-minute clip that I did of a much longer episode where we reacted to Pop Out by Emiliani and Michael Hooley, featuring Majin SYG. They're all friends with me now. She doesn't know about that though. Susie Butler commented, what age are you? That's private. That you have to put someone down there. That you have to put someone there, way up, down. That you have to put someone there, way up, down. Your accent is going through me. So anybody in this chat has a similar accent to mine? Take it out on Susie Butler. Let's see. Oh, Chris Heath follows me. Chad Rooney follows me. Finbar doesn't look like he does. Maybe he does. Yeah, so sorry, Susie, in case you missed, you obviously didn't watch the full video. This is only a clip of the longer video, but I went mental at Emiliani. And then in the following episode, he wrote me a big long letter saying how much he liked the Conor.G show, and what I was saying was needed, much needed in the scene. So just wanted to get that cleared up there, Susie. You're way, way, way behind on this one, and way, way off the mark.
Get to know me.
Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen. A big famous person has responded to me. His name is the Celtic Tiger, Marcus Sweeney. Here he is. He found the YouTube video from the episode of the Conor.G show where we spoke about him. Type in Conor.G show on YouTube and you'll find it there. This will be the thumbnail. I forget what name it was. That was just a small segment in a much larger show. As you know, we perform this show live every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on Twitch for the time being. And I take little clips of that and put them on YouTube. We also put the archive on YouTube as well. You can get the entire uncensored, unfiltered archive on ko-fi.com/ConorGShow. Now, I believe this is really a comment from him. He may have some imposters on the internet, but when we get into this comment, there are a few signs that this could actually be him. Okay, now I missed this comment. He left this comment 2 months ago, edited, right? You know what that means? They changed their tune a little bit. And whenever I see someone leave a comment and it says edited, I think that they usually, this is what happens. They go in, they watch part of the video, they go mental at me. They tear me a new one. Then by the end of it, when they see all the disclaimers and me saying that I actually like them, we're just making fun because it's a fun comedy show, they soften a bit and go back and change it. Now that is pure speculation on my part.
You do a line and I'll do a line, honey. You do.
So we showed this absolutely bananas video of Marcus here doing some little skit, some little act him out piece to camera as an example of nobody could really figure out what the hell he was blabbering on about. And the comments on the original video were all accusing him of being off his head on cocaine, as they do in every single one of his comment sections on every piece of social media. People talk the most crap about this guy. They hate him. And on my little clip, or the segment that we did on the Conor show about him, you know, there are rumblings. A judge said about this guy that he is up to his oxters in organized crime. And I think that he only joined TikTok and social media to fight back against this journalist woman, right? He says she's not a journalist. To fight against her because she did like a big hit piece, a big exposed piece on him, and he wasn't taking it, okay? So back in the 90s or whatever, he was riding the crest of the Celtic Tiger, which is where there was loads of money in Ireland for a while. He had restaurants and drugs and cars and helicopters and stuff. Big braggadocious playboy type of guy. Cut to now, 20 years later, 30 years later, he's old, his clothes are old, they're out of fashion now, but they still cost a lot of money back then. He's still holding on to them. That's one of our theories. He has taken to social media like a duck to water. His videos are extremely watchable. I watch a lot of them. And I'm not into the organized criminal stuff. I am not after him like a hit piece. I just enjoy his content more than I enjoyed The Office by Ricky Gervais, okay? His stuff is better than that to me, okay? We haven't seen someone like this since TheWhelo came along, since Marcus O'Leary came along, okay? Marcus Sweeney is it. He is what I want out of life, okay? And here is what he said to me. He said, Conor, thanks, bro, and well done stepping out and doing a show. Love it. ... But the noise, head bursting. Just be you. ... Just be you. ... Do you want me to do an interview? ... I spent the millions. Cab are looking for flip-flops. ... Ta am. Now, I believe this is a real comment from Marcus Sweeney, because Marcus Sweeney doesn't like people slagging him off, okay? And he will fight back. But I think if he did watch the video that I did about him in its entirety, he would have seen that I was going quite soft on him. I was just enjoying the comedy of it, right? I wasn't going after him like Nicola Talent goes after him, okay? I'm wowed by him completely. So I think he would have seen that, and, you know, he's still not going to take any shit from me, so he has to get his little digs in there, okay? Which is fine. And so thanks. He's thanking me for stepping out and doing a show. Thank you. That's what I say when people have the gumption just to do something. I like to thank them for it. Thanks to Skripteh for posting that video about him crashing his scrambler. He said, but the noise, head bursting. So this is the first clue. He types like he talks, right? And he is an older gentleman, right? He's probably, I don't know, I think he said he was 45 last time we heard from him. Probably about 50, right? Men of a certain age do not like sound effects.
Gets balls.
There's no way he's going to like that. So I do believe that. I do believe that, you know, he has a point there. So he's throwing that dig in, right? That's like a friendly jab, right? He's trying to give me some advice. He's all about giving advice. Now, normally the advice he gives in his videos are convoluted nonsense, you know, buzzwords, alpha power speak, you know? Very Tate-esque what he tries to do. Okay? Just be you. You know, he does speak like this, so I'm convinced. He looks like one of the X-Men, says Rare Witch. Yes, he looks like one of the Thunderbirds, I think we said. That guy's seen some shit now. Yeah, I think he was pretty angry at someone in this video. Someone was slagging off his kid, I think, in the video, in one of his TikToks. You know, he responds to comments and everything. So it's not far-fetched that he would respond to my video. Do you want me to do an interview? Now, he does go on We Guys podcasts. And we're going to check out a promo that he did for someone else's podcast that's coming out soon, I believe. So, do you want me to do an interview? So, you know, whenever the Conor.G show gets a budget, finally, we've got our first two guests already. Psychic Glenn, Marcus Sweeney, okay? Putting them in my back pocket for when I need them. So, very much appreciate that, Marcus. Thank you for that offer. He says, I spent the millions cab are looking for flip-flops ta okay, so he signs it. Older people like to sign things, social media posts. So that's another reason I believe this. And he sees himself as a bit of a jokester, so he's throwing a little joke in there as well. At his own expense. Well done. So I am thrilled with this response. And if you don't know who this guy is, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, don't you worry. We are going to check out his brand new TikTok account, okay? It's on fire. It is. I had a quick view. I had a quick viewing once I saw this. Once I saw this response, I went to check if he had a brand new TikTok account, and he does. He's back on top. He's big pimping, more money, more problems. And I watched a few seconds here and there, and it's insane. It's better than I could have ever dreamed. Now, where are we going to go back to? Where are we going to go back to here? Let's click this one of a young one of him. Let's see what this says. Well, Tiger Cubs, here I am. That's the boy, the Celtic Tiger. So that's him way back when. And I know. He's putting a little song on there. There's him with his shirt off. Let's see. So he's posting some old pictures, right? Get his clout back up. We can really talk tigers together.
Somebody could give me the answers that I'm going to give you and what I learned about life. Yeah? So the first thing we're going to get down to after this party is we're getting into drugs. And I won't hold back on anything with you.
So, yes, he's adapted this sort of life coach type thing, just like Andrew Tate does, right? He's giving advice to men, right? He has a platform. He wants to speak. He likes the sound of his own voice. He's going to speak, okay? Let's get one of these better produced ones. So, he is going to be on a podcast. I believe this is a promo. Oh, I've just seen this one. We need to show you this one first, okay? Check this. This is absolutely insane. He's a tiger, and then he ate oysters. He's innocent. Ha ha ha. He's angry. So, again, I don't know if this is his account or this is a copycat account that reposts it, because his humor is very hard to get sometimes, right? Just because it makes no sense. It's very Paul Morrissey-esque. Okay? He reminds me of the video for Your Dad's Best Friend, says Colm. Oh, shit. So, I don't know. This sort of seems like it is a piss take video, but... So, look, he's on this balcony that he usually shoots his TikToks in, but he's got a banner made of screenshots from recent articles about him. So look, there's the screen. He didn't even crop out the top of the browser here from the phone. This headline reads, Marcus Sweeney warned his life was in danger over debts to organized crime figures. Shamed Celtic Tiger poster boy Marcus Sweeney avoids drink driving detection by jumping into back of Jeep. Now, he told that story on his own TikTok. So that's not really a breaking news story. Celtic Tiger restaurateur Marcus Sweeney up to his oysters in organized crime, says judge. That one says. All right, so I want the actual video of him sitting talking about this. What these stupid fucking... Marcus Sweeney, Playboy Tiger, 25 years, together with Truth, a new generation. Right, we're going to have to go... I want one of him talking with this poster board in the background. I thought I saw that. Maybe not. He's so gorgeous. He's got so many TikToks. So he does get banned from TikTok quite a lot. So that's why I'm like sort of umming and ahhing about which one to click here, because I don't want a stupid piss take one like that laughter breed. So let's check out the promo that he did for this new pod that's coming out. I believe it's called the Pear Pod or something.
Are y'all ready for this?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, this happened once before when we went to go look at Marcus content.
They slagged me all over.
Right, so check this out. This is, I think, at the Pear Pod, okay? Let's check this out.
Well, the paper trails. Marcus says Andrew Tate. They slagged me all over the paper trails. Marcus says Andrew Tate is innocent. Of course he was innocent because the system was teaching him a lesson.
So I hit the nail on the head when I, the first time I saw him, I thought he's going after the Tate audience, right? Who's the Tate audience? Young, dumb, and full of cum, practically incel blokes, right?
Been through it myself.
Andrew Tato.
And then he's acquitted with nothing behind it. There's no proof of anything. There rang over 200 people that were part of his...
I love that he's trying to recall the information that he skim read from TikTok.
Circle to see if there was anything they could find on him. And he's highly investigated.
So he's repeating just what Andrew Tate said himself. He didn't look into it.
Like there was teams of people investigating me at the time. What they were showing them was that you're not stronger than the system and careful what you say. They slagged me all over the paper.
So there you go, equating himself to Andrew Tate. Thank goodness. That was one of my theories. Let's see what the chat are saying here. Welcome in, Kiko. Thank you for joining us. Aloha. Wahalo for being here. If the TheWheloFella evolved to final form like Pokemon, yeah, he looks like the Charizard, the gold Charizard TheWheloFella. He really is like the new Wheelo. Did he have a Penty though? I'm sure he didn't know he had sort of an estate, I think. Gated community type stuff. There was another one of the board a good bit further down. It was the second column way down. Yeah, but I think that was another one of these laughy ones. Let's see. Am I missing a column here? Yes, I am. Column, get it? Right, that's the Oxters one. We'll edit this out of the YouTube clip. Way, way, way down, or just way down? Oh, here we go. Happy days. Well spotted there, Colm. Thank you for that. I thought we coined Andrew Tate. Why is it on the board here? Suppose it wasn't too creative, says Rarewitch. Marcus watched the show and leaked it to the Irish Star. It's possible. It's possible. Someone want to Google that, actually. Right, let's... oh, damn. TikTok.
When you're accused of something in the press...
Damn you, TikTok. So he has been accused in the press.
I want to tell you guys the truth, yeah? Do you want to know my life? Do you want me to really tell you? This is only a tiny bit of it, right? And all of it actually is a
shaky camera, bad audio.
Yes, no matter what way you want to look at it, because I'm here.
His nipples are out. Marcus again. If you see this is a comedy show. All right? People are going to say what they're going to say in the chat. I think I want to fashion myself after you a little bit.
But that's only a tiny bit. And it's nothing to who I really am and what I've really done, yeah? And I ain't fucking around with that. It's nothing, yeah? But the obstacles I've...
It's nothing, but I got this printed out.
...crossed to get through the legalities and the other side of it, etc., etc. That came from here, yeah? So, that's...
I'm gonna need this Lucozade energy to be able to come up with half the charisma as Marcus Sweeney.
Nothing to the man that I am that wants to talk to you guys and will keep talking to you guys about what I've really done in life and how I've got out of my own...
So did one of the comments call him Andrew Tato? Because maybe they just saw my video, copied it off one of yous, whoever said that in the chat.
Situations, sounds normal.
Situations. He's been watching the ConorG show.
Really done in life and how I've got out of my own situations. Situations, sounds normal. What your ability...
I love how he gets distracted, just like Paul Morrissey.
...is can destroy your character. Your ability is in everybody, and it can destroy your character. Be careful with that, because I never really guarded it. My ability is very strong, but my character is not the same person. So, engage with me.
So, what I always want you to notice whenever you're watching Marcus, he always comes out with... He sort of acts as if he's giving, you know, deep and important life advice. But if you really break down what he's saying, it's nonsense. It's all buzzwords. It's all in his delivery. He thinks that it's going to like hit a really important key note. You know, he thinks he's making solid points. But the pattern here is that it's all nonsense.
And I'll tell you...
And that is a skill, okay? That is a skill that I wish to develop for my show because it is damn entertaining.
Real story, and a lot more than what this is about what
Can't wait to read his autobiography.
Life is, and
he does reply to the TikTok comments. He'll do that thing in TikTok where you can select the comment and bring it up on screen. That's what we covered on the show there before.
All fucking tight.
Right, so, right. Learning to stop crying. I'm proud it's real. Ireland. Take the pain. Right, so, let's see. I wanted to click on this pair podcast and see what they had here. I think they have a better oh, look, they've got loads of promos for him. Check this.
Then I had everyone's attention, and then I went... Nicola Talent, they think I forgot about you. This is for fucking you. Once I got their attention...
So Nicola Talent is that journalist. He claims she's not a journalist. Like my tan's very similar to his now. Lighting's different. He claims she isn't. She's the journalist that did a hit piece on him.
Then I had everyone's attention, and then I went, taking the talent. I think I forgot about you. This is for fun.
So August 28th, this podcast should be out now. What date is it? The 30th, okay? So maybe we'll do a long watch on this here. He has done other podcasts. I think the audio was slightly terrible, or the camera work was not so great in those other ones. But this one looks a bit better. This looks HD.
Once I got their attention, then I said to her, bring me on the show. Show me where my death threat GIM is. Because I don't have a death threat. Because I pick up the phone right now in front of you and go, hello, Garda, did you give me a death threat? No.
Hello, Garda, did you give me a death threat? So he's making it sound like Nicola Talent is saying that the guards sent him a death threat. But I think what she actually said was allegedly here. Come on. I'm no journalist. I'm just a comedy man. I'm just a comedy showman. Right, Marcus? I think she was saying that the guards had intercepted maybe a threat that whatever organized crime world that he may or may not be involved in, they're the ones that were giving him a threat. Because he owed him money or something. Not that I know.
You do a lot.
Oh, I fucking didn't, yeah? So, this bitch,
Marcus, whatever happens with your whole online thing, I am one of the Tiger Cubs. I'm your follower. Don't let anybody trick you into thinking that I'm not here for you. Okay? You're the Tiger King. We are merely the Cubs. I can sit up here and talk all this shit, but I haven't lived your experiences, right? We are learning from you.
Decided to write that about me, saying I have a death threat on me, yeah? You can't say that about certain people in this town. If I had your death threat now, you'd go, I'd go after the guy to put that on the paper. Against me. It doesn't work.
You're tight. You're a snitch after all that. Kidding.
Like that. She did that and I wouldn't let that go, yeah? And also, she started again fabricating this issue in relation to the legals, etc., etc. So,
Colm says his face is definitely stretched out and stapled to the back of his head. Oh, come on.
Just said,
it's natural beauty. You've never seen a beautiful man before, Colm. Come off it.
You're not getting away with this, yeah? You are just not getting away with what you've done. And if you're so confident, have me on your show. Then I had everyone's...
So, I mean, I guess the people in his world, you know, they would...
Slag me all over
should
the paper.
Maybe sue her.
Then I had everyone...
Rather than being like, let me come on your show. Okay, let's check one more. Let's see one more of these clips.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people.
So when I saw this here, I thought that Marcus Sweeney had watched the Conor.G show and then started to do his own little reaction show, but no, he is on the Pair podcast, and I guess they're getting him to react to this absolute industry plant here that was going viral last week.
Me, people like you wish
So he took the headphones off there.
Just wake up and it not be
Let's see what he thinks of this.
true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world.
I've seen men take their own lives over women.
So it does look like he has makeup on or something, but it's probably just the sunbeds. He seems like a generation of people that go to the sunbeds, maybe.
With this pressure, I have seen men living in bedrooms that were alpha men mechanics that worked with me, and fine guys that went home, scudded into a bedroom and lived there while their children and their family lived around the house. I've seen women break them down to take their wages to, I live in this. I've seen hard-working guys in a factory.
So a fluff bullshit industry plant guitar strummer has inspired this. He has loads of makeup on, says Ducky Mia.
And let's kill space a bit. They're all talking. They all like, oh, coke.
Right, okay, so I want to hear this one. The last one skipped, so I can't be bothered going back. It's just him taking really seriously that video. We'll go back to it, actually. I want to hear what he had to say. I believe it got really rambly.
Men living in bedrooms that were alpha men mechanics that worked.
Alpha man mechanics. That's how you know he's talking about real men, because they're alpha man mechanics that worked with me. Sorry, aren't you the pretty boy playboy? What were you doing hanging around with mechanics? He really picks his mate smell.
With me and fine guys that
Yeah, guys that live in a bedrooms, go home scuttered, and their wives take everything from them. Why doesn't he just say that happened to him? I thought that happened to him, maybe. Maybe not.
went home, scudded into a bedroom, and lived there while their children and their family lived around the house. I've seen women break
Fine, man.
them down to take their wages to, I live in this. I've seen hard-working guys in factories, white drives in a white Merc.
This is a lie, by the way.
The hair's all done, the nails all done, the car's all done, the belly's on it. And he's, with his little steel lunchbox, his 50 quid at the weekend for his few pints, and his pair of jeans.
He's describing Fred Flintstone here.
Done, the car's all done. He's, white drives in a white...
So he's been able to come up with mechanic and factory workers.
In factories, white drives in a white Merc, the hair's all done, the nails all done, the car's all done, the belly's on it. And he's with his little steel lunchbox.
So the wife's in a Merc. Hair done, nail done, bags done, cars done. And here comes the 1930s factory worker with the steel lunchbox. Yeah, this is a real anecdote. This started off in reality, I bet.
He has 50 quid at the weekend for his few pints, and his pair of jeans once every few months.
It's a damn right. So let's get one more here.
And let's kill Space Mid. They're all.
So this is the one everyone's accusing him of being on coke. So let's hear what he has to say.
Let's kill Space Mid. They're all talking. They all like, oh, coke, 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 coke. Coke is in society. Coke exists. Yeah, it is part
more
of
than ever right now, man.
Exactly,
Jesus
bro. Yeah,
Christ.
More than ever, right? Well, you taking a lot of it, Mr. Pear Podcast? How would you know that there's a lot of it?
Like, you know, this whole mentality of they think.
Lee says, did him and his mates eat their lunch on a steel bar hanging off a crane? Yeah, almost certainly. Welcome in Grow TV. First time in the chat. Every junglist gets a sound effect. All right, we're just coming to the end of our Marcus Sweeney segment. This guy is one of my favorite new characters on the ConorG show. He responded in the YouTube comments to a little video I did about him, and I'm enamored with him. He's going to be the next golden boy of the ConorG show. I can feel it.
They're
he's a crazy guy. Everyone accuses him of being on coke. I would never do that. I would never say that, because I would like to be friends with him. And I don't want to be involved in any of the alleged organized crime stuff. I would like to be a part of the entertainment world, okay? Me and Marcus Sweeney, like Tristan and Andrew Tate. So let's check in with the chat, and I do want to hear what he has to say about this cocaine, all these cocaine allegations. Now, if you don't know, this is very sad. I don't mean to bring the tone down, but he had a girlfriend, a model back in the day, and she died of a cocaine overdose. I think that's the story. I think she was found in one of his restaurants or something. Right? So that's haunted him ever since. Like, people in the comments will not let that go. Right? I don't think he had anything to do with it, but people always bring it up. Like, they threw that on top of him as well as the other stuff. There's plenty more to make fun of him for, and all this, not all this sad stuff. Google says, the speed Marcus said that sentence is why the fella said there's a lot of coke about right now. Yes, of course. He's top 3, says Just Lee. All right, Rob, 99, thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope the rest of your week flies by. Make sure you catch the end of the show on the VOD there. We got something good coming up from Chad Rooney, MC. Ooh, sorry for the volume on that. These TikTok videos, audio's terrible. That's why I have to turn it right up, and the sound effects is connected to the same system. Does keys off a steel girder, says Rare Witch. What's in the steel lunchbox? Just a brick of Coke and a couple of wee tiny spoons. Like the film Boogie Nights. Yes, he is very like that. Look at his jacket. That's what I was going on about, this his fashion sense. It's like, I believe his clothes were at one time expensive, but they're vintage now because he still has them from back in the 90s when the cash was flowing in. I'm just not sure that it's like that now. He said in the comment that he spent all his millions on flip-flops.
You got the reference?
Not really.
And let's call space a bit. They're all talking. They all like, oh, Coke, 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 Coke. Coke is in society. Coke exists. Yeah, it is part of.
Not in my world. Once Thatcher shut down the coke mines, things were never the same, says Rare Witch.
Ever right now, man.
Exactly,
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
Yeah. So like, this whole mentality of they think they're insulting me with Coke. Yeah, I've told judges, guards, Coke. Yeah, I've done Coke. Yeah.
I love how I whisper that. Yeah, I've done. Huh? I've told judges and guards, yeah, I've done coke. But listen to how he whispers that, like.
Coke? Yeah, I've done Coke. Yeah.
Yeah. Drug taker over here.
Yes, it's in circles. Yes, I've seen fucking kilos of stuff around me.
Is everyone hearing this? All right, Marcus, we'll let you off. We'll let you off the investigation today because I like you so much.
Yes. Of other things, maybe, but yeah.
Other things, maybe. Yeah, don't end up like Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, well, I was a young tiger with cheese board, and I cheese it off the thing. That's a joke, by the way.
Good days, wasn't it?
And let's call space a bit.
So he came out with a cheese board and he'd cheese it off the thing. I think we all can understand what he's talking about, can't we? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Marcus Sweeney Responds. Thank you so much, Marcus, for your beautiful little response there. And yes, hopefully one day when I'm set up for interviews properly, I can get you in for an interview and really find out what I want to find out. And let me tell you this, Marcus, the stuff that me and my audience are interested in, vastly different from the likes of Nicola Talent and your TikTok commenters. I think we could have a very fun media friendship brewing here between myself and Marcus Sweeney, okay? I always like to be friends with people over enemies, of course. All right, so does everybody in the chat know who Emcee Chad Rooney is, okay? If you don't know, he is a Northern Irish rapper. Is he from Belfast? Does anybody know in the chat here? Does anybody have any info about him? So if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we did a smash hit episode of the ConorG show, and Chad had a little viral Facebook post, right? And he was going on about, oh, the scene this, the scene that, the scene there. We ain't getting the love we deserve. And, if everybody just supported everyone, then we would all be rich and famous. And I wasn't having any of it. And I offered him a few things that he could do, possibly, to help him out. And I was thinking, oh, maybe, he's an older guy like me. Maybe he thinks he's paid his dues and such. And I was like, look, if you think there's anything I can do for you, get in touch. And, that goes for everyone that we talk about here on the show. Think I'm just going to sit up here, crack wise about everyone. And then if you come to me and ask me for a favor, I'm not going to at least consider it. No, I have time for everyone involved in this show. Send me a message on @ConorGShow on Instagram if you would like to be involved in the television program. If you got a wise idea, So, Chad took me up on my offer and he said, oh, can you react to this music video? And we've got that coming up in a second. So, first we have a little response from Chad. So, before in the show, we had Chad. Here's a photograph of Chad here. Let's pull this up. Okay, there he is, Chad. We had this in the animal content segment, obviously. This is Emcee Chad Rooney here, and this is the goat, interchangeable, right? And so what was I saying? ConorG Show is tipped to replace Nolan, says Google Doop. Thank you for that. Yeah, Chad took me up in the offer, and we showed this in the animal content segment, and we also made fun of his shoes. We did a little fit or shit, and we were saying that he bought some girl shoes, and they were a customized pair of Nikes with, Emcee Chad Rooney on them or whatever. Nothing but a G-tang or whatever. And we were saying, ha ha ha, girl shoes or whatever, And Chad responded, okay? We got a little, he says, remember I was saying before he was asking me to do reaction videos? So, he's done a Baby Cakes remix, which we're going to check out. And he also told me that he mentions me in one of his songs. So I've been trying to get that from him. And what I believe is that he hasn't even recorded that song yet. He just got ahead of himself telling me about it. So now that's all I want to hear anytime he gets in touch, right? But he saw that episode where we were taking the piss out of his shoes, etc. We were chatting about him, Nothing bad. And here's what he said. He responded. I got permission to play this, by the way.
Yeah, man, I've been fucking flat out, mate. A lot of stuff going on, gigs and stuff, but no, man, it's there, lad. And as I said, man, I've got a lot of shit to record, man, for this album, but I'm in the middle of headlining my own gig.
He's in the middle of headlining his own gig. Well, it sounds like you're in your living room. There's a kiddie. You're, babysitting your kid, looking after your child there, and there's the kids' TV show on in the background. Doesn't sound like you're live on stage right now.
At the minute, my first headline gig, man, so...
His first headlining gig. Everybody look out for that. Go support Chad here.
I fucking give you a couple of tickets, man, if you want to... You know what I mean? If you want to roll up, man.
Not really my scene, but if you would like to give us those tickets, I can probably give them away as a prize on the show, perhaps. Maybe that would be a good idea. So here's the response to what we had on the show about him.
And I don't take anything you say personally, man.
Oh, thank goodness. He says he doesn't take anything I say personally. And that's how you're going to survive with the ConorG Show. Taking in good nature, and I immediately fall in love with you.
And I don't take anything you say personally, man. You know what I mean? You know what the crack is.
That's all I could ever ask for from anyone.
Anyway, bro. No, man, but seriously, you want to come up to the gig, man? I'll give you a ticket.
Where's the gig? I'm not a big rap gig guy. Just doesn't float my boat. I don't go to gigs. I don't like them. Right? I like a nice, quiet, local pub, perhaps. Alright, so thank you for that, Chad. That was Chad Responds, okay? So, of course, I would love to react to this song. He has sent me his song. It's a remix of Baby Cakes, okay? He has retitled it Baby Baked, okay? Oh, didn't mean to press that one. There was a crumb there, and I was trying to take it off my finger, but the crumb was in between the gunshot and the clanger. So I picked it up with my finger, dusted it off, and the clanger went off, okay? We're saving our judgment whether this is a clanger or not. We're going to let the people decide, okay? So, I've heard a little bit of this, and I suspect that it is a little bit too raunchy for the ConorG Show, so let's just take a listen to this and see what we think, okay, everyone? It's Baby Cakes Remix by Emcee Chad Rooney.
see what that neck do, big thick face. Give me one neck too. And I love that way you walking, and I love that way you talking, and I like the way you like it raw. Bad bitch, nice holding them tits like yeah, girl, I heard you like rappers, trappers, bad boys, that's what you're after. MC come hard with the passion, make it get wet, every fucking lashing slapper.
Okay, this is getting a bit much for me. These lyrics are a little bit too raunchy, a little bit too racy. Let's just continue on for a little bit, see what happens here.
Slapping cheeks while I'm slamming, whamming, scream my name when you blasting. We fucking, she gasping, split break, then it's back to the action. Chocolate in her mouth, she gagging. MC lick my fucking box like a magnum. No capping, love trapped in. Take pictures, we clashing, flashing. She attending, I'm matching, bragging. Hit the road and we dashing. Just love, no hit, no crashing. Yeah, I got a feeling we lasting. Baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna get in that hole, yo. And I just want you to go and roll me another blunt and bend that ass right over. Let me sniff this off your cunt.
Chad, what?
You to go and roll me another blunt and bend that ass right over. Let me sniff this off your cunt.
Chad! Chad.
Mea culpa, yeah?
Chad! This is a PG stream! Now, I have heard some risque raps in my time. Some of which we heard earlier tonight. That TheWheloFella rap that he was doing almost ruined this whole segment. So I had to cut that short. I haven't heard a rap as raunchy and dirty and disgusting as this since Sylvie de Mai. That is one bad rapper. And I don't mean bad, meaning good. I mean terrible rapper, Sylvie de Mai. Awful, disgusting, repugnant lyrics. Second only to this, chat. Okay, so I'm going to come clean. I heard a snippet of Baby Cakes, right? And I thought, this is foul. This is 2X rated for my program. I cannot be seen to be listening to this, to be reacting to this, Chad. It's a PG stream. So, but I did say to Chad, if there's something I can do to help you, you know, I will do it. So, I thought long and hard about this, and I thought, am I just going to leave this on and act disgusted for almost 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 49, perhaps. I thought, no, we can't do this. I can't do this. This is too foul. This is too disgusting. I can't let my audience hear this. They'll be devastated if this gets into their ears. You know? They'll have to say a rosary or whatever. So I had to come up with an alternative, and what I managed to come up with was Emcee Chad Rooney, Baby Baked, Baby Cakes remix, Conor's clean version. All right, everyone, here we go. It's Baby Cakes, the clean version. One for fire, two for shite in the chat right now. Hang on.
Me, I got it all locked on and you got the key. You
smile.
Let me see what that neck do, big thick face.
Because you exercise.
And I love that way you walking, and I love that way you talking, and I like the way you like
a nice Chinese meal and you're satisfied.
Yeah, girl, I heard you like rappers.
Eating Chucky Bickies.
That's what you're after. MC come hard with the passion, make it get wet.
Because I forgot the umbrella.
Slapping, clapping,
high-fiving.
Whamming, scream my name when
to get my attention when I'm upstairs.
She gasping.
Water.
Break then it's back to the action.
Playing Wii Sports.
She gagging, MC
will share his lollipops.
No capping, love travel.
Everyone's voting too. You just don't like the clean version even? I spent ages working on this clean edit. The radio edit. Alright, Chad, this is the clean version. Water.
Break then it's back to the action.
Playing Wii Sports.
She gagging, MC
will share his lollipops.
No capping, love
traveling.
Take pictures, we clashing, flashing. She attending, I'm matching, bragging. Hit the road and we dashing. Just love, no hit, no crashing. Yeah, I got a feeling we lasting. Baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna
play with the yo-yo.
And I just want you to go and
Make me a wee cup of tea. Twix.
Right over, let me
Eat
this off your
hand.
baby cakes. You just don't know.
Yo, check it.
How much I wanna
Join a dojo.
and I just want you to go and roll me another
Calzone.
and bend that
Pizza.
over, let me
Dunk
this.
in garlic sauce.
Slipping, dipping, changing positions. Listen, come with me and get drifted.
Lifted.
Hit the club and go sipping. Man, I can't be
Dancing.
limping. When you swing them hips, look back like that, and you look so fly with that
Snack box.
in the 90s Air Max and the
Bag.
this packed. I wanna break us off, move like a Kit Kat. My fantasy, my destiny. Hope you see it was meant to be. You're my queen bee and I'm your
Jay-Z rapping on the beat so effortlessly.
no boyfriend. She a smack chick. She love
McDonald's chicken nuggets.
MC come free and I
Sing a wee song.
and she love my voice when I spit this. So baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna get that
Front door.
and I just want you to go and
Put the kettle on.
and bend that
Blanket.
right over, let me
Drip it across my knees.
baby cakes, you just don't know.
It's the Baby Kicks Clean Remix featuring me, Conor.G.
Baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna
Eat my din-dins.
and I just want you to go and
Get the tomato sauce.
and bend that
Bottle.
over, let me
Squirt this on my spuds.
baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna get
McDonald's.
and I just want you to go and
Hoffers on a munch.
and bend that
Fiber.
over, let me sniff this
Bag of chips.
baby cakes, you just don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your Conor.G Show. Thank you everyone for joining me this evening. I have had a wonderful time. Big ups, Don Chi, Disgrace of the Waking Android, Ducky Mio, Dan Division, good to see ya. Rare Witch, Grow TV, what a pleasure it was to have you grace us with your presence tonight. We also had 1420, Sarah with an H, Raw 1210, Rob, and a bunch of new friends and old. Colin, thank you so much for your input this evening. Everybody, Kiko Loves Too, Thicky Moto, everyone, thank you so much for being involved in my little luau tonight. Yes, of course, sign up for the Ko-fi if you want to see my little holiday vlogs and get access to the entire archive of the Conor.G Show, including the spin-off Behind the Paywall, Conor at Night. So I'm going to be continuing to give out prizes for people that do clips of the Conor.G Show. If you find something funny during the show, you're pressing that clip button. They are as valuable as money to me, so I would like to reward people if we get a good one. So keep doing that. Go subscribe to youtube.com/ConorGillespie for little clips, perfect bite-sized clips, best way to share the show with your friends. Thank you so much for all being here. It's been emotional. Lee, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Do the rewind noise is tripping the cat out. Ooh, that was a good one. This one is a tiki version or a surf version of Bursum Dunkelheit. Alright, so I will play the clean version of Baby Cakes again on the outro, okay? And then we'll raid into someone. Hopefully there's someone good we can raid out into. Everybody, thank you so much. This has been a glorious return to the airwaves. And this has been the Conor.G Show. Thank you and good night. Hang out.
For me, I got it all locked on and you got the key. You
Smile.
Let me see what that neck do, you big fake face.
Because you exercise.
And I love that way you walking, and I love that way you talking, and I like the way you like
a nice Chinese meal and you're satisfied.
Yeah, girl, I heard you like robbers.
Eating Chucky Bickies.
That's what you're after. MC come hard with the passion, make it get wet.
Because I forgot the umbrella.
Slapping, clapping,
high-fiving.
Woman scream my name
to get my attention when I'm upstairs.
She gasping.
Water.
Break the spot to the action.
Playing Wii Sports.
She gagging MC.
We'll share his lollipops.
No copping. Love
traveling.
Take pictures. We clashing, flashing. She attending, I'm matching. Bragging, hit the road and we dashing. Just love, no hit, no crashing. Yeah, I got a feeling we lasting. Baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna
play with the yo-yo.
And I just want you to go and
make me a wee cup of tea.
Twix. Right over, let me
eat
this off your
hand.
Baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna
join a dojo.
And I just want you to go and roll me another
calzone, pizza,
dunk
in garlic sauce.
Flipping, dipping, changing positions. Listen, come with me and get drifted.
Lifted.
Hit the club and go sipping. Man, I can't be
dancing.
Limping. When you swing them hips, look back like that. And you look so fly with that
snack box.
And the 90s Air Max in the
bag.
This packed. I wanna break us off, move like a Kit Kat. My fantasy, my destiny. Hope you see it was meant to be. You're my queen bee and I'm your
Jay-Z rapping on the beat so effortlessly.
No boyfriend, she's a chick. She love
McDonald's chicken nuggets.
MC come free and I
sing a wee song.
And she love my voice when I spit this. So baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna get that
front door.
And I just want you to go and
put the kettle on. Blanket
right over, let me
drip it across my knees.
Baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna
eat my din-dins.
And I just want you to go and
get the tomato sauce. Bottle.
Over, let me
squirt this on my spuds.
Baby cakes, you just don't know how much I wanna get
McDonald's.
And I just want you to go and
Hoffers on a munch. Fiber.
Over, let me sniff this
bag of chips.
Baby cakes, you just don't know how much.
So, what day is it today, Jasper?
Tuesday?
Wrong. It's NWA Day.
No, absolutely not.
It's all right. I've got it under control. Help the police coming straight from the underground. A young chap's got it good because I'm brown. And not the other colour, so police think they have the authority to carry out inquiries. I don't mind, because I ain't the one for an excellent policeman with a badge and a gun to be reasonably arresting and thrown in jail. We could go toe to toe in the middle of a sale, having lots of fun, because I'm a teenager with a little bit of gold and a pager, searching my car, looking for the biscuits, thinking every chap is selling bits of chocolate. You'd rather see me writing with a pen than me and Lorenzo rolling in a benzo. Go swimming with Lorenzo, and when I'm finished, bring a yellow tape to tape off the scene of the sack race. Thank you very much for the bread and water. I don't know if they naughty or what. Such a chappy down and grabbing his hat, and on the other hand, without a hat they can't get none. But don't let it be a black and a white one, cause they'll tickle you until you're giggling. Black police having fun with a white cop. Ice Cube will entertain all the local bobbies in a blue uniform. Just cause I'm from the CPT. Nice police are nice to me. Ha! A young man in a hot bar. And when he's finished, there's gonna be a party of cops having fun in LA. Yo, Dre, I got something to say. Help the police. Help, help, help the police. Help, help, help the police. Help, help, help the police. And that, Jasper, is more or less the way it is in the hood. Oh.
Thank you so much for joining in with the Conor.G show tonight. I hope you had a pleasant evening. If I said anything to hurt or offended you, I take it back with this most sincerest of gravitas. We're just mucking around for a little show. You can't stay mad at me for that. Thank you and good night.
Yo, check it.